What the fuck? Oh no, that's your sister.
Whoa, is she hot?
No.
Oh, Jake's cruising.
No, it was my one friend at the stream. Alright, 1 second, I'm opening the roll play. I just realized that the wife in this fucking music video is the one at the end that's all like, oh.
Yeah, she's the.
She's the
Psycho.
one that, yeah. So it turns out the guy isn't the psycho, it's the girl.
Yep. Can't wait for this game to come to PC. So you chose to play it.
See, when you call us chose like that... Nah, I'm gonna buy this when it comes out.
And I like that I'll get to start all over with you guys. That'll be
Yeah, you won't be like fucking over.
Yeah, I won't be fucking
Okay,
broken.
the stream
It's
is up.
like, oh, you guys are having trouble with this one boss. It's like level
Here, let
1.
me come two-hit it for you.
Yeah. Chaz is giving Thomas a bath, and then he settled me on.
Okay. The
I don't know if
stream...
he's gonna get on Discord.
That doesn't matter.
Right.
The stream is online. So...
I know. I sent him the URL.
Okay, I know, I'm just saying, like, the stream is online if you wanna go to it.
I guess I can work for you.
Same. You have to give me a minute though.
That's fine, take your time. Doesn't matter, I was just letting you guys know.
I'm already followed. Love how you have our shocking shit on the
That's what I was making. That's what
Sides.
took so long. Because I had to go into Photoshop because I couldn't find something that I could just fill it out and just take a Gyazo of it or something. I also noticed that Gamakichi has the red line under it. I'll fix that at some point.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I would, it looks like poopy.
Yeah, only because it's you.
Right. Any dungeons and bag. Alright, Dylan, you got your roleplay voice ready?
It's me, the blue one.
I'm telling you, I don't sound that much like Morty. But yeah, I guess I do. You got your game face on, faggot? Oh, sorry, I can't say it on the stream, can I?
That doesn't matter. Just don't go in with the racist profanities.
Wait, you guys aren't racist?
Whoa, this is awkward.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we
That's
need
an
a
inside. That's an inside joke that we'll keep inside.
yeah.
Because I don't feel like telling it for the 89th time, and plus nobody's watching. As far as I know.
That's fine.
There's 3 people. Oh no, somebody just logged off. Way to go.
It's,
Jake.
that's, those 3 people are me, you, and Jake.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
it is.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. So, would anybody like to recount what happened last time?
Well, I mean, I think we already decided who does that. Because he does it the best.
Okay.
Especially in his, you gotta get in
Hang on, I've got to mute the stream.
That's fine. That's fine. You can play the music if you want. It's
I'm hearing doubles of myself. Kind of bother me.
if you want
As much
the
as I like to hear my own voice.
if you want the music, I posted it in the Discord. It's just gonna be on repeat because it fits well.
Alrighty. Last time on the adventures of Gamakichi and Hamakichi, we got a robo kill by accident. And we chased down those circus freaks and murdered them all maliciously. And yeah, actually about it. Didn't really do much last time.
Yeah, you wanna add the part about that kid?
Oh yeah, the kid that I sent to go die. And kind of feel a little bad about.
You were about to lop his fucking head off.
I was. I didn't know if he was a zombie or not.
I mean,
confirmed it.
you also don't know if he died either, and you never checked on him. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we
probably
came on
not.
the way. Well, yeah, we did avoid the town.
Yeah,
because does anyone know
Because
why?
we were dragging
saw
the
it.
fucking Soul Forged around.
Yeah.
And you also heard things inside the town.
Yeah, like possible Imperials.
Things that did not want to be messed with.
Right. So, and if I do recall correctly, the last count of what happened was you placed a mana crystal inside of Oros's sort of
Yeah, and then
compartment.
Champion.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
The,
so I have a question for you, Zach. What color mana crystal did you place inside of him?
I don't know, what colors did he have?
All basic colors. Including
All
purple,
basic?
yes. Like there's red, green, blue. There's purple ones and yellow ones.
I put
Okay.
a blue one in there.
Yeah.
Okay. You place it in, and this is what happens. You see the spark inside of his eye appear once again, as if he were alive again, and he grabs you by the shoulder,
Okay.
and he looks at you, and he pauses for a moment, and he looks down at his legs, the mangled mess that was down there, and you can actually see that liquid glowing mana is just pouring out of him.
Uh-oh.
Like blue.
And it's like fading, like as it leaks out, it like evaporates, and so it just kind of like disappears as it comes out.
Okay.
And he looks back at you, and he says, "You have to take something somewhere for me. Can you do that?"
I can.
Alright.
He takes his hand off your shoulder, and he reaches down to where his compartment is, and he essentially like rips the plating off. And inside of it is this small, and it almost looks like a metal vial. And he puts his hand on it, and he says, "Take this to Abella in Abbotsborough." And he rips it out. And as he rips it out, he like basically powers down. He essentially, it looks almost like he just killed himself, and it's still in his hand.
Oh, Robo. I'm sad now. He was badass. I'm gonna take the crystal thing.
It's a metal vial.
Vial. Okay, I'm gonna grab that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So now what do you guys do?
Well, first, I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Hobo bitch.
Every time you just say Robo, I just think of that fucking thing. Anyway, well, I suppose that in this to Abbotsborough would be our best course of action if we want to get him back up and running again.
Oh, Mikey, you naive little bastard.
Why? What's there?
Oh, just I'm so glad you have such confidence in our ability to get him running again.
You don't plan to leave him here, do you?
I mean, we certainly can't carry him right now.
Well, I didn't mean take him there. We just have to take that thing there. And I point to the thing that he has in his hand if it's not already in your hand?
It's in my hand. Yes, but all right. Let's go. Let's just go.
Well, no. What's there? What's worrying you?
No, it's not that. I'm just pretty sure he's not going to be coming back alive.
Well,
He's dead, Jim.
well, you're the older one. I mean, this was your bond. The decision is ultimately up to you, of course.
Let's go. Let's feel his dying.
I nod my head.
Okay. So it is roughly 3 in the morning right now. So
It's actually
Yeah, let's. We should probably rest a little bit.
okay.
Get our full hit points back, because we haven't done that yet.
yeah.
Okay.
So, before we do anything, like, I kind of want to like talk to Gamakichi a little bit,
That's fine.
like as we're resting.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
I just kind of like, we're just sitting around, just doing whatever, maybe taking our armor off, and I just kind of look at him and I go, Gamakichi, can I ask you something?
Yes. Go ahead.
Why do you hate dwarves so much?
Tadpoles or something that just they just smell. They stink. I hate the little bastards.
Surely that can't be it. I mean, have you smelled a slide? They're pretty bad.
Listen, Tadpole. Don't worry about my relationship with them. It's okay.
Come on, Kichi, you can tell me.
Well, all right. Whenever I was enlisted, we were traveling to a neighboring kingdom, and it just so happened to be one of the great dwarven kingdoms. We spent a lot of time there, and I became romantically inclined with a beautiful young dwarven lady. And she crushed me. She crushed my heart. As simple as that. I won't say me anymore. Can't bear it. Now I hate all of them.
Wow, she must have did something pretty cold-hearted for you to hate all dwarves after.
She did.
Well, if you don't want to talk about it, I won't ask.
Maybe when you're older, Tadpole.
I mean, I'm old enough, come on.
Some
What?
other time.
If you won't tell me now, then it's fine, I guess.
Let's get some rest.
Alright, well. So, we rest then.
Alright, so you guys sleep through the night. Nothing really pops out during the course of the night. Nothing really happens. You are in a safe space, enclosed from the environment because of the mushroom house. And you wake up in the morning, both of you, and you notice that a sort of blue residue has sort of appeared on like some of the shelves and the counters inside of the mushroom house.
Interesting.
Must be the condensation from the mana crystals. I mean, it did evaporate.
You can roll medicine for me. Yeah.
I was gonna ask Arcana.
Or Arcana, that works too.
Let me see what's higher. They're the same. I rolled a 17.
Okay, you know that whenever mana actually like sort of comes into contact with certain various types of mushrooms, it creates this thing called Shroom dust.
Oh, shroom dust.
Would I have to make another roll to know what it does?
Yep.
Okay. A moment. 9.
You've heard it used in some potions and whatnot, but you don't know at all what its raw effects are or how to use it at all.
Can I scrape some into like a little bag?
Yep, you can.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna set to scraping some of it into like a pouch.
Alright.
Well, more like a sack, but
And
Like I
as
did with that one dude dust that I still have.
the chalk.
You've got to tell me, is that shit magical?
Hey,
well, or try it.
I believe it's magic. So all my, every fiber
Okay.
of my being.
so also as you wake up, you notice that the crystals have started to melt away.
All the ones that he kept.
All the ones that were in the corner, yeah.
Probably needs probably need a special container for them.
Or they have to have special conditions in which they don't evaporate.
Okay, well, does this shroom dust weigh anything?
Let's say you gather like 1 pound of it, yeah.
Okay, and that's like all that I could get.
Yeah.
I get more.
Well, that's a lot of dust, dude.
Okay. All right.
Pound of dust. Jeez.
Well, I didn't know if it was heavy or not. Dude, it's just asking. I don't know nothing. All right. So I kind of like exaggeratively step over Oris and make my way to the door after putting my arm around.
Okay.
Because I'm sure we kind of just left him in the middle of the floor,
Yep.
Yeah. He's just.
and I just kind of like, okay.
Alright, we're leaving now?
You're ready.
Okay.
Yep.
So, now, before you guys continue, I should mention that there are 3 ways to get to Lucria, which is where Abbotsborough is. As you guys would obviously know, it's a pretty popular place. It's the capital of where the Slythes live. Currently you are in Frail, and you could go through neutral states to get to Lucria. You could go through Zestrium, which is like an extremely hostile area. It's filled with orcs and goblins and monsters and whatnot. Or you could go through Elf territory.
I say we go through Elf territory.
Yeah, I agree because we're
I believe that Frenny and Elves relations are fairly.
yeah, they're pretty
With
good.
Wood Elves, they're very good, yes.
What kind of
what
elves
kind
are
of
we
what-
going to?
Yeah,
Well,
what elves?
You have
Or
to
is it
go.
just a mix.
You have to go through Maplewood, which would be Wood Elves, and then you have to go to Edistem, which would be a mix between Wood Elves and High Elves.
Sit.
Okay.
Come on. Hey, there you go. Real quick, Jake, can you remember me the name of that chick that Oro said, or dude, whichever? Just write it down.
He said Abella.
Abella.
Amber. That's what her name was.
Is that the name of the dwarf?
No. Her name was Delilah.
God damn it. This is no crossover bullshit right now. Alright,
Hey there,
anyway.
Delilah, what's it like?
In that dwarven city,
Are you
you're like
hammering-
500 miles under the ground.
Okay, so, yeah, let's go through elf territory.
Okay. So, are you guys gonna go back through the town?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I don't see a problem with it if we're not hauling Oros.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And
Yeah,
if we're wearing
if we
our
don't have him
armor,
with us, we can go.
yeah, I mean, if we're just wearing our armor, I don't think anybody's gonna really question us.
Okay. So, let me just get my book real quick. Oh no. Okay. So you take like sort of like this off path as you've traveled between the town back and forth a few times. You've sort of like found the quickest way to town, and you come across this cool stream of water that's just flowing between the trees. It's very cold water, and it's strange that it's this cold in this this time of year.
Nice.
Can I examine it?
Yeah, you can.
Survival or nature?
Nature.
10.
You would know that there would be like an entrance to some sort of cave or something nearby.
Well, that would cause the water to be so cold.
What's in the cave? Do you want to go investigate?
I suppose we can at least saunter over there real fast. It's not that far. Well, we don't know that yet, but if the water's this cold, it shouldn't be that far.
Okay.
Agreed.
So you walk for about 15 minutes, let's say. The water eventually comes out of this mediocre-sized opening. You guys could fit in with no problem due to the size of Freddy are naturally.
Okay, well, before we go in, I'm going to fill my water skin
Okay.
and take a couple gulps and then, fill it back up just to top myself off.
Okay.
And then, I guess we'll go in.
Yep.
Alright. So. As you go in, it's very, very dark inside of this cave.
Okay.
It shouldn't
Not-
necessarily.
Torch.
Yeah, it would be torch material. You start going in so far to the point in which like the light from outside actually like fades out, and the stream just continues on forward. And roll for me perception, a hearing perception check.
Pursuing a passive of 13 won't do it.
Nope.
I'll drop my die.
Oh
14.
my god.
What'd you say, Dylan?
14.
14?
Yes.
Okay, that will do it. Okay. You hear something skittering off in the distance.
Could I tell which direction, or is it just kind of just like all around because it's a cave?
It's sort of like it's deeper inside of the cave. It doesn't sound too big. It just sounds like something just skittering back and forth.
There's something skittering up ahead. Let's hope it's not too big.
You've got no way of telling how big it is, or how loud it is.
Is that
How
a...
many feet did you hear? Were there multiple?
Are you like actually asking me,
Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah, it sounds like there's probably about, it sounds like quadrupedal.
Okay.
And it also sounds as if it's coming like from the roof.
Okay. Well, it sounds like it's on the roof, and it has 4 legs.
Hopefully it's dinner. Get it? Because we're frogs. We eat bugs. Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Well, let's continue in. Got my torch held high, and I'm walking forward.
Okay. So, you walk forward to the point in which, like, the cave sort of comes to an end, and how it comes to an end is it comes to like almost like a straight perfect wall, like 90 degrees, and water is just like barely big enough for the stream to come out, like just a hole in the wall.
Okay.
Like, how is it coming out? Is it like rushing? Is it barely pouring?
Yeah, it's rushing. It's like
Okay,
flowing.
so
It's
it-
yeah.
But it's like enough that, like it's just barely getting through.
And like it almost seems like due to the pressure on the other side, somewhere along the line, that it's sort of like pushing it out as if it would be like a hose or something.
Okay.
It seems like a dead end to me.
Perhaps not. Can we break away from the wall there? Break some of the stone away?
You can try, yeah.
Gonna do that.
Okay,
I
roll.
don't think that's a great idea, Gamakichi.
Ha ha ha!
Roll for me strength.
Strength?
Yeah. I'm assuming you're like kicking it or something. Oh god. Okay, so you smash the wall, and out comes this huge flow of water that kind of like takes you both away a little bit, and you guys are both now soaked in freezing cold water.
So I get back up and, I cough a little bit. And I'm like, great idea, Gamakichi.
It was! Now we can proceed forward. Start wading through the water, heading forward.
Okay. The water is extremely, extremely cold, but you make your way to the rock you essentially just smashed, and it opens up into a very, very big cave.
Ooh.
And roll for me perception again.
14. Or no, 17.
Just go with his 7.
Okay. You hear a lot of feet.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of you.
That does not sound good, Gamakichi.
Is that what the skittering sounded like earlier?
Yes.
Oh. Interesting. No, it doesn't sound good. But, if it's this close to the town, we have to take care of it.
I don't think we would have had to take care of it if you didn't smash the wall.
Nonsense! Would have been here the whole time. Now we can get to them. Onward!
So as you guys are walking, wading through this water, you feel something brush past your legs.
And I kind of just like, ugh, what was that?
Are you gonna like look at your leg?
Yeah.
What was what?
You notice that your leg is now brown where you felt it.
I kind of like,
Oh,
try to like wipe it off, see if it's like slime or something.
It is not slime, it is staying on.
What is this?
oh god. Hmm.
Should I roll nature?
Yep.
3. 16.
Okay. Okay. So, it's rust.
Rust?
What?
Like rust?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
There's something you're not telling me there, Hamakichi?
Check your armor real fast.
Oh no. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna look at mine too.
Your armor is also starting to rust.
Oh, yep, let's get out of the water.
Well, like, what about, like, you said that was where that thing brushed past us.
Yep.
Anywhere but there is not rusted, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, it's not the water then. It's whatever's in it. Is there any dry land?
If you go back a little bit, yes.
Let's go back a little bit and hold it around there.
See if we can't figure out what this is.
So as you make your way back, you hear the skittering coming from like the entrance now. And this is much louder. It's definitely closer. And you make your way onto dry land, but you don't see anything at this point in time.
Yeah, let's just continue to head back towards the entrance of the cave.
Okay, so as you make your way to the start of the cave, roll for me perception, and then also initiative.
I rolled a 5 on my perception,
Okay.
and I rolled a 6 on my initiative.
Okay.
Un momento, por favor.
Okay. Zach, you're not surprised. Dylan, you are surprised. Zach, your turn is first. In front of you, you see this this brown like bug. It's very large, much larger than you would have thought originally. It's very light on its feet, and it starts like making the skittering noise as it like skitters towards you.
Eat it.
It's still alive.
Eat it with my sword.
Okay. So you smack it, and that is going to hit, yeah?
Yeah, bam.
Okay.
But did we get? Wait, we're not leveled up yet, so we don't get 2 action.
No, not yet. You will once you start traveling, though. So, 8, that is, it's not going to kill it.
Do you know the way?
Okay.
I spit on you. Okay, seriously, I'm about 30 seconds from blowing you up.
Okay.
What is the way? I don't even understand.
Do you know the way?
Did you see that, Jake?
Yeah.
Vegeta! Trunks is picking on me!
You learn to share, Brad.
Alright, so let's get on with this.
Yep.
Okay. It is the Rust Monster's turn. Since you were surprised, you missed your first turn, and he's going to skitter right on past you, Gamakichi, and he's going to go and he's going to try and attack Hamakichi.
Look out!
Look out for what? What the?
What the fuck is that?
Okay. What is your armor class?
17.
Okay. Subtract 1.
6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 60. Big boy.
I know, but that's now your armor class indefinitely.
Oh.
Good thing I chose defense.
Okay. So, you said 16, right?
Yep. No one
Okay.
can,
So he's going to bite you. And he's starting to skitter up to you, and as you look into its eyes, there's very sharp teeth and green, beady eyes. And he bites you. And he's going to deal, I don't know where this is. Here it is. He's going to do 2 damage to you.
Okay, hold on, let me about it. Okay.
I'm assuming it goes back to my turn then.
Yes it does. Also, Dylan, your armor class is now 15.
We're gonna just get you some armor, buddy. This shit obviously ain't gonna last.
Not if he keeps hitting me like this.
Okay. That is going to hit. Okay, now Hamakichi, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna draw my sword. I'm
Okay,
gonna use high stance.
alright.
I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Okay, that's not gonna hit him, and as you hit him, your sword sort of bounces off of the it's hard shell plating.
Oh boy.
Okay,
This thing just doesn't like you.
No.
now it's gonna try and bite you again. That is not gonna hit. So now it goes back to Gamakichi.
Of course. Lord.
Uh,
Yeah,
okay.
the 19 gonna hit him.
Yeah.
for-
Okay, that kills him. So what do you do?
As he's chowing down on my little brother's arm there, I bring my katana back into the most weeaboo stance possible, and then I just slice him clean, right off
Okay.
his head, just completely gone.
Well, his head is sort of like the rest of his body.
All right, I cut him straight and poke in half.
Okay. So as you do that, you notice an oily brown blood seep out of him,
Ugh.
and it's literally covering your sword right now.
I'm gonna flick it off.
Okay. Roll for me perception real quick. It's dark in here.
It's dark.
Okay. You notice that your sword and Hamakichi's sword are both rusted.
Fuck.
It's only slightly. It's not very much. It's just a little bit. And your guys' attack rolls and damage rolls are going to have -1 from what they have right now.
Fuck. Alright. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys get to the cave entrance, and you notice that your armor is starting to look extremely rusted. Again, it's not that bad, it's just a little bit. You guys can roll nature for me and see what those things were.
Okay. I'll try.
Oh god.
Okay.
9.
You know that, both of you know, actually, that those are rust monsters, and they sort of seep this disgusting brown, oily liquid onto everything that they pass. They sort of feast on rust, so they have this way of creating it. And so, the weapons and armor that you both have right now are going to continue to deteriorate.
Is there no way we can clean them off?
You cannot. It's like a plague for steel.
Look.
Looks like we'll be needing new swords then.
Yep.
Maybe when we get to what was that first Wood Elf town called?
Well, the first state is Maplewood.
Maybe when we get to Maplewood, they can make us new swords.
Have the dosh for it?
I said maybe.
I'm broke as shit.
So what you doing?
We're leaving the eight.
Yeah, back on the path, I guess.
Alright, so you get back out to the path, and you start walking a little bit longer, and you eventually make your way to the town. You notice that the town has been, now that it's in the light of day, that most of the town has been burnt to rubble and nothing. There's only 2 or 3 still houses standing.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
And this once bustling town that had all these different kinds of people is almost completely destroyed. Corpses are littered everywhere. You see these tracks, very, very big tracks in the ground. They look almost like an It has like 3 toes, but it does not look like a creature or anything made it.
Okay. Let's see. Like, it looks like it has toes, but definitely not a creature, right?
Yeah, it does not look like it's alive. It looks almost like it's robotic.
Interesting.
Maybe they brought some Soul Forge with them to help purge town.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Well, you guys could roll history and see if you recognize them in
History.
any way.
Nine.
7.
You know that in the past 2, maybe 300 years, that the Empire has been working on these sort of mechs that they can drive around and pilot.
Oh, okay, so they've got their own.
Yeah, it's sort of like a
Good.
pretty much.
Ready?
But so far, what you're seeing is that the town is a complete desolate wasteland.
Let's head back to the stable. Is it still standing? Or?
Nope, it is burnt to the ground.
I think we should just leave, pass on through, because I don't want poor little Hamakichi there to see the elf that turned him down dead. That'd be really sad.
I don't think I would care.
Oh god.
I mean, she did me kind of dirty, dude.
Yeah, I guess she did kind of do. Yep, let's just continue through the town. Let's just.
Okay. So you make your way through the other side of the town, and you don't see any living people or any evidence of people that are still alive here. There are a lot of corpses littering the street, and if the Empire was here last night, they are no longer here.
Alright. Cool.
Okay. So, what happens next is you guys travel through Oswas with no actual troubles whatsoever along your journey, and you sort of come across this extremely thick wood line, and only the path is the safe way to go through, it seems. It's the only way that's actually traversable by reliable
Okay.
means.
So we wouldn't be able to just. We have to go the main road, basically.
Yeah, you would have to follow the road. You can't stray off the path, like, at all.
Damn. Okay. Let's continue then.
Okay. So as you make your way through, you eventually come to what seems like a bigger opening. And it almost looks like this area is just like sort of surrounded by woodlands, but there's trees still everywhere, but you don't see anything in front of you.
Okay.
And actually, Zach, since you would have you would have traveled through the Elvish states to get to any Dwarvish kingdom, you would know this place as Maplewood. And all you have to do is look up.
Look up. I guess.
There is this massive tree, and it goes extremely high, and it almost seems like you can see people up there, but they're like the size of ants. That's how high up this city is.
Darn.
It's extremely high up in the air.
Welcome to Maplewood, Tadpole.
What do you mean? It doesn't look like there's anything here.
Up there! And I point.
I look, and I'm just kind of like, oh.
Oh ho ho!
Oh.
Not afraid of heights, are we?
No.
Well, let's go. No time to lose.
Okay. How are you gonna get up there?
I've passed through here before correctly, so then I should know how to get up there, right?
Well, you haven't actually been in the town. You just passed through here.
Shite. Let's just get closer to the tree.
Okay. So as you get close to the tree, you notice sort of like this rope that goes the entire way up. And it's sort of,
Climb it.
and sort, well, no, I mean like, you pull on it and something happens kind of rope.
Yeah, well, Gamakichi is hard-headed, so he's gonna try and climb it.
Okay. So you grab this rope, and roll for me, it should be Constitution, but let's go Strength. How hard are you grabbing this this rope to climb it?
With the intent of pulling myself up on it.
Okay. So you pull down on it, and this rope fucking sends you straight up into the air. And
Ooh!
and as you're fucking flying through the air, like maybe hitting some leaves that are falling on the way down, maybe some bugs are flying into your mouth and whatnot, like a good old treat. You make your way to the top, but as you were like ascending, you sort of passed this thing that looked almost like an elevator of sorts.
Okay.
And you make your way to the top, and there is no rope now at the bottom, Hamakichi, but there is an elevator.
Oh.
And you just watched your brother go flying through the fucking air.
I have no words. Yeah, the best writer I can put it is I have no words.
So, where am I at?
You are in the heart of the city of Maplewood.
Is anybody giving me really weird looks for riding the rope up?
Yes. A lot of people are just like awkwardly like staring at you like, oh boy.
I just wave and smile. Aha! I'm here!
Everyone sort of continues back along their business.
Oh god. I look down at the bottom there to do I see Hamakichi down there?
Well, Hamakichi, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of standing here waiting for something to happen.
Are you on the elevator or?
Oh, an elevator came down to me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got on it.
Yeah, it kinda did.
I might not have heard that part.
Okay. So, an elevator sitting down there, and you eventually see your brother come up to the top of the tree onto this wooden platform that lies in front of you.
Wasn't that hard, Gamakichi.
What?
All you had to do was call the elevator, apparently.
Witchcraft! Well, now that you're up here, let's go. Wait, why did we come here again? Kind of forgot already.
As you look down, as you're walking as well, you notice that your armor and your shit is rusted beyond belief.
Ah, yes, blacksmith.
Okay. So you walk through this massive city for a little bit until you see some signs that are hanging above. You see what looks like an inn. It doesn't seem very much like they're much of a tavern, just like a place to sleep. And you also notice a blacksmith sign along the way and some various other signs as well.
Okay.
So where are you gonna go?
Blacksmith.
Okay. So you walk in to the blacksmith, and you notice that an elven woman is hammering at something.
And I kind of like nudge Gamakichi and I'm just like, let me handle this. So
Okay.
I kind of walk up and I like clear my throat. Like, excuse me, miss.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, my brother and I, well, we were attacked by rust monsters and our equipment has been, well, rusted. And we were wondering if you could do anything to help us with that.
Rust monsters are the blacksmith's plague, but I could forge new weapons and armor for you if you wish.
How much would that cost?
Well, what do you need?
And I kind of look down and I'm like it's only like well, I guess I did get hit a couple times, so it might take more than just replacing a couple parts of it. Hmm. That's a good question, actually.
Just need replacements.
Alright, well, so chainmail and... What kind of blade is this? She sort of inspects your swords that you have on you guys' hips. As if she's never seen a katana in her life.
These are. And then I go into this huge, like, long Fereni rant
Okay.
in Japanese. So she has no idea what I'm saying.
Okay.
And that is the story of how I got my first katana.
And I look at her and I tell her, they're katanas. We were trained with these.
Alright, well, I don't have any casts for something like that. So, if you want katanas, I can't really help you.
Well, that's quite alright. We'll worry about the armor for now, then.
Alright. It seems simple enough, just chainmail. That'll be... Oh, well, let me go check my book. And she walks over to a counter that she has in there. It's very downtrodden, because she never uses it. And she picks out a book, and she starts flipping through it. And it takes her a little bit. Takes her quite a... Oh, dropped my phone. Takes her a couple minutes to find the appropriate items that she's looking for in this book. I'm saying this to Saul because I'm also looking for the price of it. And she starts pondering to herself, and she's just kind of saying, well, yeah, I mean... And then she eventually pipes up and she says, that'll be 50 ruts for both of you.
So 25 each.
No, 50 per.
Damn.
Ugh. Hey, lean over there to Mama. Like, I don't have that kind of money.
And I kind of say, oh, well, suppose we'll have to come back when we have more guts. Thank you, though, miss. You have been helpful.
No issue. You're welcome here anytime.
And I nod and I walk out.
Oh shit.
The city's also generally quiet for being a city of this size, but elves are pretty nimble on their feet.
Let's look around for some work to get some fucking money.
And I, just nod in agreement.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, as you walk through the town, you sort of see this this wooden... It almost looks more like a tree, but it's a very fat tree. and there definitely weren't trees of this size down on the ground, but it has all sorts of like papers, like sort of stapled to it, like nailed into the tree.
Okay, I'm going to look these over. What
Okay.
do I find?
You see some stuff about there's a couple of them because like it's almost like a notice board, and there's a couple different advertisements for this person, some elf that lives in town who wants a live troll for studying. You also notice some stuff.
Is there a reward on that?
There is not.
Okay. No reward.
Well, maybe we could find the person who issues it. Maybe the reward isn't stated until we talk to them.
Or until we die by a troll. Alright, what are the other jobs?
Okay. Hold on. I had this stuff written down, but I do not actively know where I put them. Okay. Okay. There's also one that says like the owner of the inn that you passed earlier. They claim to have this entrance to some sort of dungeon that he's found, and he would like help with it.
Ooh, yeah, I'm interested in that one. I want to go spelunking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's
What about
take the
you,
Rush
Honky?
Monster Cave.
Since you were traveling, by the way, you guys are now level 2. So,
Aha! Great, now I'm gonna take me an hour to fucking level.
it shouldn't take you that long. You just get another action and more hit points.
What are the hit die? What are the rolls for that?
I do not have my player's handbook on me right now. Give me 2 seconds, I could tell you.
Dolan, do you know it?
I gotta open my handbook.
Fighter hit points are 1d10
Plus Constitution.
plus Constitution.
D10 plus Constitution.
Yep.
So 14. That's what I got.
Okay.
There. And now we got 2 actions, so we can double. Just. Alrighty. Alright, I am ready for you, Ardol. At level 3 is when we get our fighting style, right?
Yeah, your subclass.
Yeah, just remember that we have Action Surge now.
So
We
you
have
can
action
attack.
surge
Yes.
now.
And you also have the thing that lets you get hit points on the fly.
From what?
It's like the first level thing. It's called Second Wind.
No, okay, I see it.
It's 1d10 plus your fighter level. You get that many hit points back once a turn. Well, once, and then you can't use it again until a short rest.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Now what?
Well, what are you guys doing?
We gotta go find the person who wants help with the dungeon that they found.
That's correct. You know that the, it says that it's the innkeeper.
Okay.
And you passed the inn not long ago?
Yeah, let's head back.
Okay. You know, as you walk towards the inn, you see a sign that sort of says that it's the inn known as the Cursed Staff. There's way too many letters on the sign. It should just say the Cursed Staff, but it goes way too in depth. And they also have a menu on the sign outside, like someone's actually going to be looking at it for different types of food. But there's no, it doesn't say it has any alcoholic beverages there. Just like things like water.
Little Hamakichi's too young to drink.
I am not, actually.
Of course you are.
You know, I'm not a kid anymore, Gamakichi.
Of course you are. You'll always be a little tadpole.
Okay. So, you walk into this inn, and appearances can be deceiving. It's actually a lot bigger on the inside. It's sort of very long. And it does have, like, places for people to eat and whatnot. And, you see a whole bunch of different types of elves in here. There's high elves, and there's even some Frenny as well, because they would reside here as well now. And
Aha.
and there's
Recognize any of them?
you do not.
Rip.
However, roll for me a d20, Hamakichi.
$16.
Okay. You notice someone familiar to you, however.
Who is it?
You see a elf woman, and her name is Dara. You know her because she is a Dulain dealer. She's like a farmer of Dulains.
Dara?
Yeah.
And I know her.
What?
You do know her. You recognize her. She used
Well,
to work on the Dulain plantation down in Atlas, where you guys would have been stationed.
And I walk over to her and I call out, "Hey, Dara!"
She looks over to you, and she's got tattoos on her face and whatnot, but all very
About
intricate.
to embarrass the shit out of my little brother.
And she says, "Oh, hi, how are you? It's been so long."
Well, I'm alright. I'm here with my brother Gamakichi.
It's nice
That's
to meet
me,
you.
the red one. Oh,
she says, "Well, it's nice to meet you."
a pleasure to meet you too.
Her hair is dark, and she's wearing green clothing, for the record.
Might I ask how you know the little tadpole?
Oh, well, he used to be stationed down in Atlas, if I'm not mistaken, and I work on a plantation down there, and I farm Dulains, if you know what those are.
No idea. Drugs?
It's this fruit. I'm telling you this, by the way. Dulains are this fruit that are spiky, and they're green in appearance, and they're naturally alcoholic once you pluck them off of the tree.
Oh, okay, so they're booze.
Yeah, they're booze fruit.
Pretty sweet. Shit.
And I kind of. This is Dominic, you didn't know about that yet, because you were just telling me back. But so I kind of look at Dara and I go, "Hey, Dara, you didn't happen to bring up any Dulanes, did you?"
I do have a couple. Do you need some?
Just one will be fine for me.
She leans over and she reaches into her sack, and she very carefully takes out a Dulane, and she hands it to you.
Are these like apple sized or something?
They're apple-sized, yeah.
Okay. And I take a bite out of them.
Okay. That's not how you eat them.
How do you eat them?
You have to take the spikes off first.
Okay. Well,
He
I
just
tried-
fucking finds it.
Look, man, I didn't know. Okay. All right. Well, I start plucking the spikes off as we keep making small talk.
Okay.
Wait, is it like a coconut? Is a pineapple? More
It's like the size of an apple, but it's
Yeah.
more like a coconut. Or have you ever like had
So do you just drink the juice inside, or?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So basically, you're cracking it open and drinking.
Right. It's sort of like a chestnut though. But bigger.
Okay. Chestnut was like.
Well, yeah. But do you know how chestnuts are grown?
Yeah.
Like they have spikes on them.
Yep.
Sort of like that. Anyways, you're sort of peeling the spikes off and unveiling like the center of it.
Okay.
Okay. And then whenever I get them all off, I take a nice old drink.
Alrighty. It's extremely potent. They've really been working on their genetic engineering and whatnot. Getting the finest crop out of what they can make.
And I kind of just like shake my head. I'm just like, wow, you guys really made these better, Dara.
We have been trying our hardest for the past few years.
Some fruit? Allow me to try.
Alright. This is your last free one though, and she hands you one as well.
Oh, I was just gonna take Amakichi's from him.
Pretty sure I already drank it all.
All of it? God damn.
It's like a shot.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So, how do you do this? Do you just pluck the...
You just
Yeah, take the spikes off and then drink the juice inside.
it's extremely alcoholic.
Okay, so pluck all the spikes and then I'm like...
You should have to roll guts.
Oh! By the gods.
Because I've tried these with
Yeah.
He hasn't.
I mean, it's just alcohol. I'm sure he's got the
Alright.
stomach for it.
I am a big boss toad. Hamakichi! You're not allowed to have something like this?
What do
You're
you
too
mean?
young!
I am not too young.
Oh my god. She starts laughing.
Oh. You two know each other pretty well then, huh? And I look over at Hamakichi and give him a wink. It's very noticeable too. Like, I'm not subtle about anything.
He was kind of like, what?
Well, yes, we know each other. I met him... Oh, how long ago was it? Was it about... maybe 5, maybe 10 years ago?
I think it was something close to that.
Anyway, funny story. So the first time he ever tried a Dulane, he just plopped it right in his mouth and he started chewing on it. It was the funniest thing ever.
It was the funniest thing to me.
Hamakichi.
And I kind of look at you and I'm like, you would have done the same thing if I didn't tell you what to...
You're right, I would've. Probably would have plucked the spikes out, though.
Well, it was very great to catch up with you. How long are you guys gonna stay in town?
Not very long. We're only here for a short while.
Oh, that's such a shame. Where are you headed?
Insert town name here.
Abbotsboro.
Abbotsboro. Have you heard of the place?
I have. I had to stop there to even get here. It is on the way back to the plantation. Granted, that would be it's still quite a ways away. But I'll be heading back here in about a week or so. If you guys are staying that long, then
Perhaps. Would you have a carriage or?
I walked
or
here.
is it quicker? Oh.
I have some family here.
Oh well. Always nice to visit family.
It is.
If you are in need of traveling companions, we could certainly make ourselves busy in a week.
Well, that would be great. I'll travel with you guys this week.
So, as of right now, though, we saw a job posted and we're headed to
Oh, really? What kind of job?
some minor spelunking.
That sounds fun.
I'm sure it will be. Need to speak with the innkeep.
She's right over there. Actually, hold on. Let me talk to her real quick. She gets up out of her seat and she walks over to the tavern, or the barkeep. And she starts whispering to her. And she looks over at you guys. And she nods her head. And she comes back towards you, the girl. Dara.
Yeah. So, what was that about?
You guys will be staying here, right? For about a week?
Yes, suppose so.
I got you guys some beds. She's my sister.
Oh, darn,
Oh.
you didn't have to do that.
Oh, it's no issue.
Such a kind.
Well, we'll be sure to pay you back.
If you insist, it's no issue, really.
Well, let's go talk to her about the job.
Okay. So, you talk to her, and you walk up to her. What do you say?
Greetings.
Hello? What can I get you? You two are, Dara's friends, aren't you? I'm Keyleth.
Pleasure to meet you. We saw a job posting on a big tree.
Excuse me?
Something about a dungeon?
That wouldn't be me, I'm sorry.
It said check with the innkeeper.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. And she sort of turns around, and she grabs a paper. And, she gives it to you, and it says, it's basically saying that it wasn't the innkeeper, it's me, Akra. I'm staying at this inn.
Oh.
So it wasn't the innkeep, it was a false advertisement. But it does say that he's staying here.
Okay.
And she says, he went out for a little bit, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long he'll be. So, I mean, you're free to stay, as you know. You guys don't have to pay anything to stay here or anything.
Yeah, well, what would the gentleman look like?
He's actually, he's a Slythe. So, You can't miss him. Especially in these parts.
Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait for him.
Okay. So some time passes, and eventually it starts to pour rain horribly. It's like a complete downstorm. It's awful, and it gets pretty late during the day, and it's almost pitch black outside from the cloud coverage. And in walks a man who is hooded, and you can't really see his face or anything.
Strider. Nobody. Okay.
I
I
got
know
it.
what you're talking about.
Okay. Just making.
And he walks over to the corner of the room, and he pulls a stool over, and he sort of like just sits in the corner of the room, facing everyone else.
Does he pull out a pipe and starts?
No.
Then he's not distracted.
He folds his fingers though, and you notice that his fingers are an awfully pale white.
Okay. What does that have to do with?
Slides are white, like extremely pale.
I do not know what that even
I know.
is.
I know. Slides are extremely pale.
So I get up and I walk over to him, and I, stand in front of him. Excuse me, sir.
A low gruff comes from his voice. He says, "Yeah."
Me and my brother are here about the job posting you posted about a dungeon.
He stands up, and he's much taller than you, and
Yeah, okay.
Ribbit.
and he pulls back his hood, and you see his pale white skin, almost like scales protruding from his face, white or yellow eyes with slits in them, and dark black long hair. And he says, "Really? That's good. I've been looking for some people. Sorry about the false advertisement. People don't take kindly to my kind around here, and I really needed help."
I mean, we're all. Never mind. Amphibians. Going to say. But, you're obviously like a snake, so.
He is like a
Different.
snake. And he says, "Well, I suppose I should let you in on everything. As you know, us Slides, we really, really love the warmth of the earth. The hotter the better, as you know, we reside on Burning Mountain, and we make our homes out of lava." Anyways, there's a kiln not too far away from here. Less of a kiln and more of a ancient forge that was abandoned.
Okay.
And well, it's an ancient dwarven forge, but that doesn't matter anymore. Me being a Slithe would absolutely love to have a place where I could bring my companions, essentially start a city inside of this forge. But the issue is with this area is that it's become a spawning pool for all kinds of different monsters. There's orcs and goblins and what have you. Various different types of monsters as well.
You may need a little bit more assistance than what we could possibly give you.
The nonsense! You will be great. Co-mayors? He sort of like cringes at what he just said.
That cringe as well.
What did you say?
Co-mayor.
The proposition is extremely flattering, but honestly, we just need some money.
Well, that's a very good thing, because I can provide you with quite a sum.
How much?
Well, He reaches onto his side and he pulls out this bag. It looks like really small. It just looks like a coin pouch. And then he reaches inside his hand and it eventually comes up to his arm,
Oh, okay.
like his elbow, and it looks way deeper than it is. And he starts pulling out coins and after coins after coins, and he's like, "Well, this should be about 850."
Okay. So, in order for us to help, is there a possible way we could get an advance payment to get our equipment? And I like to make motion to myself, repaired. That way we would be 100% ready, whatever may appear.
Okay. Roll for me perception or persuasion. My bad.
I'm gonna help him on this because I feel like his charisma's not high. Or should I roll it? I should.
He says, "Well, slight issue with that is I don't know if you're gonna be successful, so I'm gonna have to say no on
Can I
that
take a
one."
crack at this?
Well, you already helped him, so
Well, honestly, we won't be able to help unless we have our equipment repaired. So, you have to find somebody else then.
very well.
No, I kind of like. I'm like Kichi. And I kind of look at him and I was like, it's like, look, sir. All we need is 100 gold. All we need is 100 ruds, and we can get our armor fixed up. And on.
He starts
What?
chuckling to himself and he says, "Listen, that's like an eighth of the total pay that I'm gonna give you. I can't just give that out. I'm sorry."
Well,
And
that's
we
fine then.
cannot assist you with our equipment. State that it is so. And I bow to him and walk away.
I don't. And I kind of look at him and I say, I can still help you.
Alright, well, one is just a little bit better than none, but I appreciate it nonetheless. He sits down at a table this time. He walks over to a table and he sits down. He says, "Come, sit down."
And I sit with him.
He reaches back into this pouch and he pulls out a map. How it fit in there, you will never know. And he sprawls it out on the table and he says, "We're here," and he points at the map on Maplewood. And then he points down in Edistan, which is to the south of you. And he says, "It's around here." And he points to Vanderhill, which is quite close to Abbott's borough.
Okay.
I will be heading home soon, however, and my home is in the Burning Mountain, so if you wish to do that, then you can find me there.
Will you return here at some point?
Well, not necessarily, because Burning Mountain is my home, and since I have found someone to do the job, I will be returning.
Alright.
I'll be leaving in about a week or so.
Well, if we can get it done within a week, I'll be sure to come back here and let you know.
For the record, that's like a month walk away.
Then I didn't say it.
Then I did not say that.
And I just kind of, nod and, I'm like, when the job is complete and when we find time, we'll go there and let you know.
Alright. I appreciate it.
And I kind of nod and I get up and walk away.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now what we doing?
Well, unless you got any other bright ideas.
Let's go see what, we can go see about the person who wanted to capture a troll.
Wasn't there anything else?
There weren't really any more job postings. It was more or less advertisements.
Alright, well, it looks like our next best option.
Fortunately.
Okay. So, you know that it's just some random house in this city that it's asking for the troll. It's nothing too special. It's just a house.
Alright, now I knock.
You don't get an answer immediately. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes for someone to actually come to the door, and once it opens, it's this extremely old man. And he says, "Hello?"
And I say, hello, sir. We're here about the job posting.
"Who are you?"
Is he just like looking around at this point?
He's looking at you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if he's looking around, I was gonna be like, down here.
Down here, I'm the blue one.
I'm gonna say, well, my name is Hamakichi, and this is my brother Gamakichi.
Is that some kind of food?
No, sir.
Oh,
what
that's
our
me.
names.
What?
I hippity hoppity up a little bit closer to him. I do like the little finger thing for bend down to it. Like, come here, come here.
He bends over a little bit more, and you hear a nasty snap from his back. He's like, "Oh!"
Oh, God.
And he just
Perhaps
grabs
you
it.
should go inside and sit down.
No, I don't want any chicken. That's okay. Now, what are you here for?
A troll?
A knoll?
A troll?
A pool?
A troll!
Oh! The job posting. Come in. As he sort of waddles back inside of his home. This is a human, by the way. It's not an elf.
Maybe you should go back inside and sit down. No, I don't want any chicken.
Didn't want any chicken. Alrighty. So we head inside. Or I do, anyway.
You hop on inside. And he sits down at his table. And it's a very old table. And he says, "So, you want to help me get a troll? I've always wanted a pet."
So you just want it as a pet?
Well, yes, what else would I use it for? Stupid.
You just wanted like, you said for studying.
What?
What? Oh no. I get up and I'm fucking leaving. Sir, I didn't catch your name.
My name? My what?
Your name! You literally just said name.
Who are you?
Here to catch your troll.
My name is Kane.
Kane?
Kane.
Like Deckard Kane?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I need you to identify these weapons for me. So you want a troll? Where are we supposed to get a troll?
That's your job, not mine.
Christ.
Fuck.
And I kind of whisper to Gamakichi. I'm like, Gamakichi, I think we should look for jobs someplace else. This place isn't gonna help us.
How much are you offering as pay?
Did somebody say mayonnaise? I do love me some mayonnaise.
Yeah, I get up and leave.
Oh!
Yeah, leave
The
it.
job, that's right. He walks over to his closet and he opens it up and fucking tons of ruts fall out. He says, "This should be enough. It's my life savings. It's about
Oh, man.
It's about 17,000. I think."
Oh my Kichi.
Gamakichi, we can't catch a troll.
Oh my Kichi.
We can't catch a troll.
That sounds like a quitter to me.
Listen, we would.
Sir, we will get your troll.
God damn it.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Gamakichi, you know we can't catch a troll unless we have Oros, right?
What?
Do you really think that you and I are going to be able to catch a troll?
I don't see why not.
How?
I'm gonna bonk it on the head.
And I just kind of look at him like, this is much more complicated than just hitting something.
Surely not.
We have to catch it, not kill it.
Okay. Listen, Amakichi. I believe in you. I want you to believe in the Gamakichi that believes in you. Can you do that for me?
Oh, no.
Let's just get to Abbott's Hollow, please.
Abbott's Burrow.
Whatever. Oh my god.
No, I'm catching this fucking troll. So, I'm,
Telling you we can't catch a troll.
telling you we can.
How are we gonna catch it, Zach?
Come on, man, we'll figure it out.
What are we? What? How? What are we gonna use? What are we gonna do? What's the plan?
We'll come up with it as we go.
No, that's not gonna cut it.
Yep, I'm heading back to the inn, Jake.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going back there too.
I want to ask around if anybody has seen a troll.
You get a lot of weird faces because nobody ever really leaves the treetops ever, and so
Fucking
No.
weirdos.
nobody actually you get a lot of weird looks, but nobody has seen a troll recently. No. The only threats that they have are from harpies and such, and on the extremely rare occasion, rocks. The bird
Rocks.
rock. It's a
Oh.
bird.
I was like, it's kind of weird.
Oh, I was thinking like somebody's too drunk and they fall out of a fucking tree. And in that case, I was gonna say the rocks aren't their only problem, but the ground is their problem. Anyway,
I'm just gonna like make a side note.
Oh.
That dude is incredibly fun to fucking roleplay as.
So nobody seen a troll?
Nobody's seen a troll recently, no. Because they live up in the woods. High in the trees. Trolls aren't really a problem.
Kind of disappointing.
What did you guys do with your ass, by the way? Your
Excuse me?
mule. Your mule, you dick.
I would assume that I would have brought him up with us.
Okay.
There was an elevator.
Okay. So he's like tied at the up at the end.
You know, on a hitching post.
Yep. Well, damn. Really wanted to go catch that troll. Kinda sad now. I'm just gonna go around town and ask about the troll.
I'm gonna stay in the inn.
Surely to God, somebody leave this fucking place.
You do encounter a couple of travelers here and there and whatnot, but nobody has seen a troll recently.
Alright, now instead of asking if anybody's seen a troll, ask if they know anybody who knows how to track it.
Okay. You do encounter a boy who actually sort of informs you of the Hunters Guild that's here in town.
Okay.
And that they sort of do that sort of thing. They track stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the Hunter Guild.
Okay. This huge building, intertwined with many of the different trees that are in place. Hamakichi, what are you doing, by the way?
I'm in the inn.
Okay. We'll come back to you in a bit. Okay, so you get to this these huge doors as well on this building.
Okay,
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna knock.
You don't get an answer, but the door sort of moves on its own as you're knocking.
Gonna kind of push it open.
It swings on open, and yeah, there's a really large, expansive room in there. There's all kinds of different people talking to one another.
Okay, I'm going to ask around.
Okay. You talk to a couple people, and they're like, well, we're gonna need a price if we want to go hunt anything for you, or even start tracking something for you. What do you have to pay?
I need to catch a troll.
For what reason, those ugly things?
It's for a friend.
He sort of places his hand on his forehead, and he's like, alright, what do you have to pay?
How about 2,000?
Alright. We take money up first, by the way.
How about no?
How about you don't have a hunter on your hands, then? We are pretty skilled, as you would know.
Actually, wouldn't.
Well, you do now.
I don't though. 'Cause you still haven't shown me anything. Perhaps could I join the Hunters Guild and learn your trade?
Well, that's always possible, but from what I'm seeing, I very much doubt that.
Well, what is that? You racist?
He looks you up and down, and kind of like mentions your size. You're not really that big, are you?
Frenny aren't very big.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about how famous you are.
How what?
How famous you are. Maybe you should come back after you make a name for yourself before you can join.
It's the fucking cool kids club. Fuck that place. Get out. It's a cool kids club where they all hang out and suck each other's dicks every day.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a little descriptive.
They're just like, hey, do you remember that time where I saved a puppy? And they're like, oh yeah, dude, keep sucking me.
What?
I'm telling you, this place is bad news. Get out of there.
I'm, okay. Well, guess I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Just getting really... God damn. Alrighty. Well, I really don't know. I guess we're just gonna fucking continue traveling. We'll wait for Dara, I guess.
Okay. So days pass and whatnot. Actually, hold on. I have something for this.
You said you're coming back to me.
What are you guys gonna... Yes, I am gonna come back to you. What have you been doing this entire time that he went to the... asking people if they've seen a troll, and then going to the Hunters Guild?
Me?
Yes.
I'm chilling out with Dara.
Okay. So you guys chit-chat back and forth, telling extremely tall tales of what you guys have done over the past few years that you haven't seen each other. She even tells you about the one time where she saw a extremely large bird tear through the Dulane trees and knocked a whole bunch of them down. But you just think it was a chicken. Do you have any tall tales to tell her?
Not really. Oh, I do actually. So I'm just kind of like, wow. I suppose I do have a tale to tell you. I told you about the carnies, right?
I don't think so, no.
Well, let's assume that I filled her in while we were talking.
Okay. Right.
And you remember how they had trolls?
Yeah?
Well, our friend that we were helping, Oros, who's a soul forged, well, we were in the middle of trying to fight these carnies off. I couldn't find Damakichi.
Tell her about the Soul Force.
Oh, Shiki.
Well, you guys aren't in the Empire anymore.
So anyway, like I was saying, I'm telling her about this, and I told her about how I fought this halfling off and this bearded lady who got fucking skewered, and this all of a sudden this troll walked up on me, and Morris told me to jump at him, so I did, and he threw me at the troll, and I plunged my sword into his heart and fell over.
Oh, that's insane. I'm glad you're alright.
I didn't think I was going to be.
But the important part is that you are.
Well, I suppose you're right. And that's really, all that I have. And after that's just small talk.
Okay. So, Gamakichi eventually walks back in at the very end of that conversation that you guys were just having, and he hears the little tidbit about him about Oris throwing you at the troll. And that's the only thing you heard, Kamakichi.
Man. Been having fun, Hamakichi?
Well, I suppose. Can I say anything else there? Talking to
Yep.
you, Zach.
I'm disappointed.
What the fuck? Hold on. Is that your character saying that?
Yep.
And why is that?
Can't catch a fucking troll.
You're right, I can't.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. But currently, we don't have tip-top shape armor. And I can tell you now that we don't have the tools to track nor catch a troll. And even if we do catch it, how are we going to get it back up here? That elevator won't hold that thing. And what's going to stop it from going on a rampage into town?
Guards.
Yes, and do you really think that they're just going to allow us to walk the troll into the city, Kanakichi?
If we tell them it's for the old man. Surely.
I don't think so.
Okay, so since it's quiet, I'm assuming that that bit of RP has been finished.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys now have downtime for a week, which means you can do a variety of different things. You guys can go carousing. You could go. You could craft some items. You could go gambling. You could pit fight. You could perform some religious services. Or you can do some research.
I'm gonna do some pit fighting.
Okay?
I mean, can I just, like, train?
You can train, but that's not gonna, like, get you anything. But that's, like, something that you can do actively. So, you're gonna do pit fighting?
Yep.
Alright, now this works actually a little bit differently. So, you have to make 3 checks, okay?
Okay.
And... Alright. You have to roll a strength, dexterity, and constitution check.
Okay. You want me to do those right now?
Yes. No. It's athletic, or, like, you have to do athletics, dexterity, and... Or no. Athletics, acrobatics, and constitution. So the constitution one is good.
You said strength, dex, and
I know, yeah, but I was being
which
more specific.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
Either way.
Okay, they're all the same?
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually won one of your pit fighting instances,
Goddamn right I did.
and you won 50 ruts.
Aha!
But you lost 2 other ones.
But I lost to him.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is fine. You didn't lose anything, you just got beat the fuck out of you.
Hey. We go to the blacksmith and get my shit.
Just your armor,
Okay.
correct?
50, yeah, because the bitch
She doesn't have casts.
Yep.
Yep.
Not for katanas. Okay. So you walk on in, and this, the
Wait,
blacksmith...
my armor wasn't messed up, was it?
No, yours was not.
Yeah.
Well, a little. Actually, no, it was because something slipped past you. But it's not that messed up. You only lost 1 AC from it.
Oh, okay.
Hamakichi's, on the other hand, lost 3.
Is it still 50 though to get
Yep.
that one fixed?
Because you have to get whole new armor. It's a plague that'll eventually eat through your armor completely.
Alright. I'm gonna get it fixed, and then I'm gonna give Hamakichi the other 25 I have. That way. Maybe.
I'm just saying
Would
that,
you have 50 then?
no, I have 5 ruts. And honestly,
Fuck,
I
dude.
would not be okay with you just giving me money.
Hulk. Damn. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm gonna just get my fix.
Okay. You get your armor fixed. Your AC returns to complete normal. It didn't really matter though, so it's chainmail is 16, I believe, and then if you have any special abilities, increases. So your AC is back to 16. You got this fresh new armor set, and you're good to go.
Cool.
Hamakichi, did you do anything during the week?
I train.
Okay, so the week passes, and you notice Star eventually packing up her stuff and, saying her goodbyes to her sister. And she walks up to you two, as you guys are, like, sitting around a table, let's say. And she says, "Are you guys ready to go?"
Aye.
Alright. Follow me. And she takes the initiative and she starts walking.
Go with her.
Alrighty. And we're gonna take like a 5-minute break because I have to piss and shit.
Okay.
It's funny, right after I laid down last night, I had a nosebleed.
Really?
Yeah, and I grabbed a tissue and I went to blow my nose, and I was so tired I totally fucking missed and sprayed blood all over my hand.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude, it was nasty. Because I went to wipe my face afterwards, and I was like, "What's sticky on my hand?" And I turned on my flashlight, and I was like, "Oh, whoops."
Gross.
Yeah, it wasn't really like gross to me. I was just like, "Oh, well, I mean, that's a problem." I don't have nosebleeds that often. I have them every now and then, though. You know, it's taken me about like 4 or 5 watches of this fucking Genghis Khan song to realize that these two people are gay.
Yep.
I don't know why that took me so long. Probably because I was too busy admiring their dance routine.
They're dancing too good.
Just because I like it. I like what they're doing, and I like the choreography. But it's like I said, the one guy just doesn't put too much into it.
My back hurts so bad.
And what you been doing?
Yeah, just got a bad back.
Man, where the fuck was you the majority of the night anyway?
Well, today
Yeah. Like
I've
totally.
been home.
Like he was like, oh yeah, I'm yawn. Oh.
I've been home all day. Well, no. I had to go to Walmart.
Yeah, Jake was telling me about you got a fucking
Alrighty.
sports or something like that.
I'm back.
No, I've actually had that, but I just forgot to send you guys a picture. I got that like several weeks ago. Went to this hobby store and found it.
Are those-
That's cool as shit.
Are those tentacles, by the way, or are they something
They're like
else?
spectral snakes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There you go.
So how you guys doing tonight?
Alright.
Jeez, Jake, you're so fucking inconsiderate of people. Chat will not be read during the game. Look at all these people that have been asking you questions.
Don't even have it
True.
open, so
Oh, well, the joke is that, nobody.
Oh.
okay.
No, nobody said it.
Okay. So, you guys set out on traveling. Making small talk along the way.
With a sexy elf.
She's got tattoos on her face. If you find that sexy, okay.
Yeah, it's a big no from me.
They're not like awful tattoos. They're like little markings.
Yeah, it's still a no.
You still can't really tell if they're tattoos or if they're birthmarks, though.
Guess we've never asked. Don't you think I would have asked that at least once?
I wouldn't ask someone about their tattoos on their face. I would feel too insecure about that, honestly.
I'm pretty sure Hamakichi would too. Be honest with you.
Well, no, because you said that you couldn't tell if they were birthmarks or tattoos. I think at least once I would have gotten a little curious enough to ask.
Okay. Well, you can do that now. So you guys are traveling along the road. You guys could talk to each other, whatnot.
So, Gamakichi,
Yes.
so on your wild hunt for that troll, where did you go anyway?
Oh, you know, just around town.
Yeah, but I mean, did you find anything interesting?
No. Just a bunch of assholes.
What, dwarves?
Literal buttholes everywhere.
And I kind of look at him like, what, dwarves?
I give you some bad side eye. Like, motherfucker, you really gonna say that right now? And I don't know this lady?
Well, no, like I said it kind of under my breath, so only you and I would hear it.
No. Some Hunters Guild guys.
Would I know anything about them, Jake?
I'm gonna say no.
Or should I roll history?
Well, yes, you can. Actually, you can roll history.
14.
You know them as the people who take out big targets of like monsters and whatnot that are like threatening places all over the Elven Kingdoms, but they've never helped the Empire because they're too stuck up about it.
But do I know anything about, like, you know, like the people that they would employ?
Uh huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, it's I would know that it's like a kind of a
Yes, but they actually do a
Blows,
lot of
potions
good
type
stuff.
thing.
Pretty much. But they do a lot of good stuff. Like, you have to prove yourself.
That's what I mean.
Kind of like how you had to
Like,
prove yourself to get into the academy. You have to do something fucking extremely dangerous and huge.
But they're not going to accept you if you're not like, you know, if you don't have a legacy, so to speak.
Right.
And I kind of like, you know, I'm kind of like, sorry. So I say, I take it they weren't too, I take it they weren't too akin to help you?
Of course not.
I can't imagine for the price they asked just to track it.
Well, they didn't ask for a specific price.
So, in other words, you offered a sum.
I did, but they needed payment up front.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people need money, I guess, but you'd think that somebody like them would be able to just do it anyway, you know?
Think.
Well, that sucks.
A little bit. Or a lot of it.
Are you gonna say anything to Dara during your month trip?
Nope. They silent the entire month.
I mean, anything of
wanna-
interest.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to ask Zach,
Okay.
like while we're talking.
So have you guys been home recently?
Actually, haven't been home in a long.
Yeah, I haven't seen my parents in quite a while. I don't even think I went home since the Academy of Flame.
Well, you should make your way home sometime. I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Both of you. Family is everything.
I kind of like look at Kichi when she says that. And it's- like I look at him for like maybe a good like 10 seconds, and I like just kind of like look down.
What's the matter there, little tadpole?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so it's getting pretty late, and you guys make your campfire, as you have so many times on the way before. You guys are making up your camps and whatnot. Zach and Dylan, you both realize that the rust plague has eaten away at your weapons and the chainmail that is still infected. And you guys are pitching up your tents and whatnot.
Really need to find a way to get rid of this.
As far as I know, anything can get rid of it. Seems you've got your armor fixed up, but that sword won't
Yes.
last you much longer. So we get our tent pitched, I'm assuming, after a little bit.
Yep.
And I look over and I'm just like, hey, I'll be right back. And then kind of wander off to somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
And I find a nice open spot.
Okay.
And I start like just training.
Alright.
Just kind of, practicing, my form, the quickness of my swipes and strength of the blows.
Okay.
I'm gone for quite a while, like 45 minutes at most.
Are you gonna do anything during that time, Zach? Kamakichi.
Finish setting up camp. Rest of the way.
So you're out there. You're continuing for about 15 more minutes. The tents are already up. There's already some river water boiling for drinking water. There's not much else to do. Hamakichi's been gone still.
Still gone. I'm gonna go look for him.
Okay. You head off into the direction in which he went. You see some tracks from him, and you eventually find him.
What you doing out here, Tadpole?
Like, kind of like jump a little bit because I wasn't expecting anybody, and I just kind of like, while I'm training.
Training. Training by yourself only encourages error.
I suppose you're right. Suppose I
Here.
got used.
Let me help. What are you
Okay.
working on right now?
Well, currently I'm working on my form as well as trying to get a good mix between speed and strength.
Okay. Do you want to spar?
Well, it's really up to you. I'm not sure that it would be good to clash swords right now in their condition.
Oh, no, perhaps not, but surely we could find something else to use. Like a stick!
You better find a pretty big stick, and as I draw out my quarterstaff / bow.
I'm gonna find a big stick.
You find a huge fucking log.
Yeah, no, like something that I can use as a fucking sword.
You find a tiny twig.
Keep looking.
You find the katana-sized stick.
Aha! Perfect!
As you pick it up, you actually notice a bracelet around the base of it.
I'll take the stick and bracelet over to Ichi. Sure, this stick will work nicely, but what do you make of this?
And I kind
It's-
of walk over and look at it.
It's a silver bracelet with a ruby inlaid directly on the like the base of the where a gemstone would be.
Can I roll history?
You can.
Maybe to see if it's like, if it matches any like craftsmanship of a certain race.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. As you are approaching the Slythe territory, you actually notice that this is something that would be the remnants of a ancient dwarven sort of thing. Being as the dwarves, well, I know, but the dwarves used to actually reside down here until the elves came from the Feywild, and they've pushed the dwarves far to the north. And the Slythes, being underground, eventually connected into some of the ancient dwarven fortresses that are down there. And they, that's pretty much what it is. It's a dwarven bracelet.
I relay all this to Yamato.
I drop the fucking bracelet immediately. On the ground. Don't even fucking care. Don't even want to touch it. Dwarven bracelet.
However,
Well,
why would it be on a stick, of all things?
I investigate the stick further. Maybe it's not a stick at all.
It's actually the arm of a dead person.
Fucking, I knew it! Ooh! I fucking drop it. Ooh! But you fucking don't.
and I'm just like, oh, maybe you better find another stick.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go look for another stick.
As you walk off into the woods, you actually see a whole bunch of skeletons.
What on earth?
It looked almost as if there was some sort of battle here a very, very long time ago. And there are skeletons of dwarves, and there are skeletons of elves and humans even.
Interesting.
You also see some skeletons that don't look necessarily humanoid, they almost look pig-like.
Interesting.
Strange.
They're orcs, by the way. Orcs don't look like gorillas anymore.
Oh, they're like fucking Japanese orcs, which are basically pigs.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Well, in this case, I'd help him look for a stick.
You eventually find a stick.
Yeah.
Or a broken like sword or something or a sword that's not necessarily broken, but we could use it for sparring.
As you look through all of this stuff a lot, this happened a very long time ago.
Oh, so this stuff's too far gone to even try to use it to
Yeah.
spar?
It's extremely old.
Alright.
Well, I mean, we already found a stick.
Yeah, I think it is. Let's start sparring.
And so, you know, we ready ourselves. And then, unlike my typical, you know, kind of fighting style, I just kind of launch myself at him, just like almost, you know, it's almost like a surprise.
Aha!
I
Being
just-
awful aggressive.
And I just start like laying into him.
My God, little brother, something wrong? Never this aggressive at battle.
I don't really respond. I mean, it's sparring time, dude. It's time to talk later. Do I need to pull the guts and be like, you know, you talk a lot. Let me show you how to use a sword. Like,
Oh, he's gonna put it in his mouth. Oh,
How? And then like Griffith's just kind of like, that's actually kind of hot.
What?
Nothing. And like, you know, I just kind of say that, like, you know, it's sparring time, dude. Ain't no time to talk. And I just like, you know, keep going, pressing my attack.
very well. Alright, we're sparring. What do we need to roll anything?
I'll let you guys just go at it.
I mean, some rolls would
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
It helped.
yeah, so we can kind of like get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, is this doing anything for me?
Alright, since you attack first, go ahead and make an attack roll, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that would do good. And then, Zach, Gamakichi, you make a dexterity roll.
You want me to make a dex roll?
Yeah, and that dex will, if you beat 10, then you dodge it. Okay.
Good attack, brother. Almost got me.
And I kind of like, you know, it's like, ugh, you know, like, ready myself again, go back to my stance, and I just get ready, and I start, you know, I attack again, but of course, you know, yeah.
Well, Gamakichi, what are you gonna do while he's doing that?
He swung at me, so I'm gonna like counterattack.
Okay. Okay. Do yours. Gamakichi,
Dexterity
dexterity.
save?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I like smack him on the thigh with the sword. I have to move it a little bit quicker than that, tadpole.
I don't really say anything, I just attack.
Ooh, good hit.
Okay, I'm actually gonna do something. So as you do this with your quarterstaff, you sort of run past him. Sorry, I'm taking the reins from you. Run past him, and you just sort of like swing at his gut. And as you do this, the wood splinters into 100,000 pieces.
Good God. Ow.
I mean, you would have definitely felt something. Like, break of the quarterstaff breaking would have deadened most of it. I just kind of kneel, and I'm just like, damn it.
You were going all out there, weren't you?
It's the only way to train.
Very well. Training wheels are coming off. Alrighty, so you dodged.
Dodge! I mean, this thing's splintered. I don't know what to do now.
Find another one.
So, I roll a quick survival check, I guess.
Yep. See if you can find a stick.
19.
You run past a couple of corpses and you pick up a perfectly sized stick, shaped exactly like your current katana.
And then I try.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, watch me not be able to dodge it. Hey-ya!
Oh, damn.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, no.
Kabam!
That was a
I just,
pretty
like-
fucking sound attack.
I just like fucking hard hit the shit out of him.
I sent you a message, Zach.
Where does he hit me, Jake?
Okay. He smacks you right across the face.
Oh god, no.
Damn. So I kind of like, roll onto the ground.
I'm assuming not very hard though. Just like kind of like a.
I mean,
Gotcha.
that 10 over 25, dude, was pretty fucking rough.
Like you ran into the stick.
Yeah, like I caught the brunt of that blow. So I kind
Oh,
of like,
I kind of like flinch a little bit with it. I'm
Oh.
like, ooh, god.
Oh,
you
sorry.
okay?
sorry.
Alright. I did not mean to take you out in the schnoz.
and then like as he's saying this, I take a hot second and I like just get back and make my attack again.
Okay.
Ooh!
I don't think he can fucking dodge that. It's a
Unless he
crit.
crits too.
Can't beat that at all.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, this will be the last one, so describe it.
So as he's like, oh, like I'm assuming like his discipline would like he'd still be at a ready stance. So it's not like he's like it's not like I caught him off guard and he was like, oh my god, are you okay? And like reached out to me. So I kind of like like fucking roll back to a fucking upstanding, and I just kind of like do this quick jumping thing. And I just fucking smack him right back in the face.
I like stumble to the ground, and I'm laying there for a second. I'm like, ah, good hit, brother.
And I kind of like kneel. Like that clearly took a lot out of me.
I stand up and I'm like doing the like stretching my jaw thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh god,
Yeah, like that hurt.
good hit. You have grown.
Well, won't be good enough.
I did notice one thing. Take your stance, brother.
And I nod and I ready myself.
I walk over and I tapped like the backside of your right arm. Keep it
Yeah.
lower, closer to your chest. You're spread out a lot.
And I do so.
Good. Just remember that.
And I nod. I don't really say anything. I'm just kind of like, mm-hmm.
You're becoming a very good sword. I'm proud of you, Tap. And I like pat him on the head.
See, now, when he says that, I kind of just, like, break a little bit, and I just, it looks like I'm starting to
Cry.
tear up.
Don't
Yeah,
you
it's
cry.
like- but I fight it back, and I'm just like, I nod.
Alright, so you guys gonna head back to camp?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So, roll for me 2 things. Okay, actually, you know what? Just perception for right now.
Both of us?
Yep.
Did you say perception?
Yes.
11.
Okay. You don't notice anything. Roll for me 1 more perception. This is for something else.
10.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Both of you notice this awkward looking rock over in the distance that has like some sort of like pink leaves growing on top of it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll nature. 13.
You have no idea what that is, what these leaves are.
And I take some. Maybe Dara will know.
Okay. So you're like gonna grab the leaves?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
As it is the first time we've actually had a fucking something other than just our fucking previews.
So that's what it looks like, okay?
Okay.
And then
Wait, what now? Oh, okay.
this will be like the ground, and you like grab one of the leaves, right?
Yep.
So you grab one of the leaves, and it feels almost like spongy and fleshy. And you pull on it, right?
Yep.
Make a strength save. Actually, well, is acrobatics the same?
Acrobatics is dex.
Okay, then do acrobatics instead. Or just change the modifier, whatever it is.
It's a 5, so it'd be 24.
Okay. You So, I'm gonna go to Gamakichi's perspective, okay? So,
Okay.
you're sitting off to the side and you're seeing him, like, grabbing these leaves or whatnot. And the next thing you know is this rock then flies up into the air and, like, pink legs come out from the sides and start spinning around in a circle as he's flying around like a helicopter.
I'm like riding the bull. I'm hanging on, aren't I?
Yeah.
Brother! Oh, you having fun?
I'm too busy hanging on.
So as you're hanging on, this thing just fucking takes off.
What do you mean just takes off?
It's flying in to the west.
Jesus.
You're above the treetops at this point, by the way.
Those are pretty tall. Considering how,
Well,
that fucking
they've
place is
gotten
pretty damn
they've
high.
gotten considerably smaller as you've traveled south.
Okay. How long have you been traveling? Like a day?
Yeah, that's like the town.
Okay.
Like, they grew them for that purpose. So, it takes off. What are you doing, Gamakichi?
Like, flying?
Yeah, it's flying away. It's flying to the west.
Get my fucking bow.
Okay.
BOW.
Shoot the shit out of it.
Okay.
Don't hit me.
If you miss, you're gonna hit him.
Oh, nope. I'm good.
You line up this shot. It flies and it hits the directly, like, the very center of the bottom of this thing. And the next thing that's gonna kill it. It
How high in
basically
the air is he?
it's probably about 75 feet in the air, but like,
I was gonna say, pull no punches.
so it hits the center, and it like sort of does like a fucking Mayday, Mayday, we're going down maneuver, and it like fucking starts crashing into the ground, leaving a
Oh.
sizable crater in the ground as Hamakichi is just hovering on top of it like Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna run over to him. Brother, are you okay?
I think.
You think, or you know?
I rivet.
Good.
So do you guys do anything else while you're right here?
No.
Okay.
So while we're heading back, I kind of like, pipe up. I'm like, Gamakichi,
Yes?
do you miss home?
Sometimes, yeah.
I can't seem to get my mind off it ever since Dara said that we should go back sometime. But I don't think we can.
Yes, we could go home. But not yet.
And I just nod.
Where is this Dara chick, by the way?
She was back at camp. She was watching over like the boiling water and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have drinkable water that isn't diseased.
All right, let's go over to her.
Okay. So you make it back to camp, and Dara, still sitting at the campfire, she hears you guys coming. She says, "Oh, you guys are back. Did you find what you were looking for?"
Yes, I found him right here. Pat Hamakichi.
She laughs.
Poor little tadpole decided he wanted to work on his combat capabilities.
Oh,
Smacked me a good one in the chin too.
Well, I hope you're both all right. We have a big day
We
tomorrow.
are. Little brother also got to take a ride, didn't you?
I kind of just kind of like rivet.
What happened?
Don't know what the hell it was. He grabbed some pink leaf and then he started flying.
She starts
Rubbish.
laughing like hysterically. And she's on her back and she's like literally like dying of laughter and she's like, "That was the Flamba cap."
Huh?
It's a flamber cap. Don't touch their leaves.
Pardon me? What did you call me?
It's kind of like a turtle.
Oh, but that can fly. Okay.
Well, I'm glad to see you're all right.
Yes, he took quite the ride. Had used my perfect aim. You should have seen it. I notched the arrow, pulled it back with all my let her loose. She soared through the sky like a dragon and pierced the beast right in the heart. Killed it instantly, fell to the ground.
That sounds like quite a tale.
'Twas no tale, my dear. 'Tis the truth.
All right.
I guess everything Gamakichi says does kind of sound like a lie, doesn't it? It's like, yeah,
yeah.
okay. You're full of shit.
Except that time he wasn't.
That should give you an idea of his character then, Dylan. Like, it sounds like he lies all the time, but it's
But
there.
isn't.
It probably isn't.
It's a really good way to describe him. Sounds like he's full of shit all the time, but he's not.
Most of his tales are true, but he
Yep.
really exaggerates them.
Oh, he always will make himself sound like
The best. Alright. So, anything you want to do during the night then?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to go on another joyride.
Ah, okay. You find another flamber cap.
I grab that shit like I grab my dick. Kidding.
Okay. So,
small and full of disappointment.
I can hear the resentment. I can feel it. I'm gonna
Hold
plug.
on.
I'm gonna plug my heater in. Hold on.
All right there, tadpole.
Oh, that was in character.
Yeah, that was in character. No, it wasn't.
I'm I'm trying to find a video.
Whoa, Jake.
Is the seething resentment over?
I'm trying to find a video. I'm trying to find the perfect response to it.
Okay. Since you're looking for that. Oh, okay. I knew it was exactly this.
Oh no, just watch it for the first couple seconds, that's all. Just like 3 seconds.
Okay.
The,
So,
the demo man's response saying nigga would also be a response. Alright, anyway, so day rises.
okay. Day rises, nothing happens during the night. and you guys continue traveling on, extremely uneventful and monotonous journeying for the next half of a month, until you come across a hill range, and you notice, as you guys have traveled through here probably dozens of times, being stationed in Atlas, you guys have been through this cave before, and it's like this small little cave, and it's rumored to have some magical effects present on it during random times of the year.
Ooh, it's rumored to?
It's rumored to, but nobody's actually confirmed that ever. It's a very dark cave, but you can see the entrance. It's like a straightforward. It's kind of like a culvert. You can like see directly through it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like cutting directly through like a hill.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna test that theory right now.
Test what theory?
Random magical effects.
Well, less than that. More like things happen in there. Supposedly.
Okay.
And Dara, like, sort of takes point, and she's like, well, hopefully we'll see something this time.
This time.
Every time I come through this area, I really hope to see something in this cave. It is rumored to be quite magical, after all.
Never seen anything in here before.
I haven't, but I hear a few people that have. Sometimes it's illusions, and sometimes it's more than that. Some people even say prophecies are told in here.
Ah. Let's get inside.
Alright. So, I guess we go in.
Okay. What extra language do you guys speak?
I don't think I actually took one.
I don't think you gave us one.
You get to choose any language. It's common, Aquan, and one extra one.
I'm gonna pick up Dwarven because,
We have
Okay.
had to learn.
yeah, I would have learned it.
I'll take Olven.
Okay. Cool.
Can you change the thing back, by the way?
Yeah.
Really don't want to stare at this fucking hairy vagina.
It's pretty gross, okay, to be honest with you.
Plus the screen's just really bright.
Okay. So, who's taking lead?
What do you
Gamaki.
think?
I mean, Dara's gonna be in the fucking front for sure.
What? Why?
She's like charging ahead. She wants to go in here.
Gamakichi would not allow it.
So you're gonna like try and walk
Oh
past
no,
her.
he's gonna he'll race her. Yeah.
Okay, she's fucking running too.
Alright, he's running faster because Ranger are fast as fuck.
Frog can nimbleness.
Yep.
After about 25 yards, she gets a little bit winded, and she's like, "Oh, fine, you can take lead."
That's right. Aha!
So are you in front of Dara or behind?
Me?
Yes.
Behind.
Alright,
That was just kind of
yeah, I would
walking.
say she probably.
I wasn't gonna run along with that.
Okay.
Wasn't gonna participate in the
you're just like, oh no, not again.
I'm not gonna participate in the pissing contest.
Like, Hamakichi had to grow up with this. So-
Okay.
I bet. Oh, that had to have been a horrible childhood.
Okay.
No wonder my little brother turned out how he did.
Okay. So as you guys are walking forward into this cave, it's a little bit dark, but you can rightly see. Zach, do you want to pull anything out in particular?
A torch.
You have something else, don't you?
I don't remember. Do I?
You should. It's the first thing in your item list.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, yeah, the lamp. Yeah, I want to.
Okay. You pull out this. It is okay. Hamakichi, roll perception.
20. Not a nap.
Okay, you notice him pull out this ancient bronze lantern that you've never seen him use before.
What's that, Kamakichi?
I honestly can't remember where I got it from.
Alright, your parents gave it to you.
Oh yeah.
You don't know that, Hamakichi?
It was a gift.
That doesn't answer what it is.
I can't honestly say I know what it does.
Can I try know history?
It's a lamp. It's just a nice lamp.
You can, yeah, you can.
12.
In your childhood, you actually remember seeing this on one of the shelves inside of your home.
Okay.
But it was such a long time ago, you can't really remember any details about it.
Well, it's more like, you know, thinking like craftsmanship and all that. Maybe I can tell what it was from.
It's from your home.
Yeah, it's pretty made.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going in,
Yup.
and as you walk a little bit, you hear the earth begin to rumble a little bit, and you can actually hear Dara actually squeal a little bit. She's like actually excited something's happening this time.
I could make this. Oh. Let us continue.
Okay.
Light my lamp.
Something happens inside this cave that has not happened to you before with this lamp. The flame inside of it begins to glow blue.
Nani? That's interesting. Never done that before. Hello?
Yep.
Making sure you guys are still there.
Yep.
Continue.
Didn't know if Hamakichi wanted to say anything about that. Okay.
I honestly already forgot what happened.
The lamp started glowing blue.
Well, that's
And-
strange.
So as you're walking forward a little bit, you start to feel extremely hazy, and almost like dizzy. And you're about halfway through this tunnel. Dara's still behind you. And your lantern goes out and you can't see anything.
Ah.
You don't know if there's anything around you or anything. And the next thing you hear is it almost sounds like a whole bunch of blades being unsheathed, almost. Yeah, kind of like that. And it sounds like it's coming from all around you, in front of you, behind you, and on the walls and everything. And as you sort of then realize, both of you notice that the both ends of the tunnel have sort of closed off completely. And Dara is nowhere to be found. She's just not there anymore.
Honey?
I kind
Wait,
of
is-
call out. I'm just like, all right.
You don't get a response. And it's completely pitch black in here. You can't see a damn thing.
Wait, how did you know that she was gone?
Because as you realize that they have closed, it got a lot darker.
Okay.
Like, it went from being, like, a little bit dim to pitch black.
Okay.
And there's no light anywhere. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Continue down the tunnel, or at least as far as we can.
You're not gonna relight your torch? Or your lantern?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. As you relight your lantern, you notice that you're in a large stone room, as if it's part of a cave system. And you notice a pedestal in front of you.
Okay. Walk up to the pedestal.
Okay.
Is there anything on it? Or is
There is, you see a hexagonal shaped, like, something you can place inside of it, and coincidentally the lantern is also hexagonal shaped.
I'll put it in there.
Okay. Stone begins to wrap around it, the base of it, so that you can't take it off anymore.
Shite. Well, that's disappointing.
And nothing happens after that immediately.
Let's look around some more. Is there anything else around here?
Just stone walls and covering everything, and you notice some, like, deep carvings inside of some of the stone on the wall, but you can't really make anything of it. Hamakichi, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna watch him.
Okay. Anything else?
Um,
What?
You're just watching?
Just watching him walk around the walls?
yeah, I know.
Did you hear what happened with the lantern?
Yeah, it got like,
Yeah,
But
but
then
just
you
the
kinda
base. It's
get
still
into it.
there, and it's still producing.
Something. Good enough.
So it-
it's as always
What?
nothing.
So it's kind of just like gripping the base of the lantern.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Is there anything around the base?
Yes. You know that there is a keyhole at the base of it.
I know that.
Yeah.
Do I see a key anywhere in here?
There isn't. It's just a plain room with. It feels like carvings on the walls of this room.
What do the carvings look like?
They're extremely deep, but you can't decipher it.
Hamakichi, do you know what this is?
Let me take a look at it. Look at it.
You don't really understand it either. It's kind of extremely obscure. But it almost looks like Elven script, but it doesn't make sense to you.
Should I roll something to try and maybe decipher it now as opposed to later?
No, because you would just automatically pass, because you read Elvish.
Yeah, but she said that didn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Like, there's characters where they shouldn't belong. It just doesn't make it does not make sense.
That's what I'm
Can you
saying.
try and decipher it?
That's
Like,
what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah. No, I mean, like, what I mean is, like, it looks like Elven script, but there aren't like none of the characters actually make letters or anything.
What I'm saying is, like, can I maybe, like, play some fucking word scramble and see if it does?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, the characters are not the same as the Elvish script. It looks Elvish, but it's not.
Alright, well, fucking rip that.
And I can't find anything inside of it.
No. There's nothing anywhere.
I'm gonna try and pull the lantern out.
It's stuck in place. You can try to roll strength.
I don't want to break the lantern. I'm gonna extinguish the fire in it. Turn it off.
Okay. So you do that.
Anything happen?
No, it's completely dark.
Light it back up then.
All right.
We can-
Well, do I see anything, like, immediate with this script? Like, aside from that, like, is there anything near it?
Not really. It's literally around the entirety of the room is the script.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the pedestal.
Okay.
Is there anything circular in shape there?
Yeah, there's a keyhole there.
Chicken, my nigga.
So you pull out this key that your parents gave you and you place it inside of the lantern. The
Nani?
Hey. When are we gonna be Shugoki main, Zach?
Oh, dude. I thought about making Kamakichi that. Then I was like, I don't want to make him a big dumb toad.
No, when are we gonna be Shugoki mains?
Oh, I get what you're saying. I don't know, dude. Is that game fixed?
I don't know.
Bro, this is that no.
So long. I deleted
Bro,
it. I heard
you
they were
deleted
gonna-
it?
Yeah. I needed space, man.
I mean, I still have it downloaded. It's just I haven't touched it.
How big is it? Hold on. Maybe we can do that after.
Like, if they've fixed that game, I'll gladly pick it up.
I heard that, they said again that they were going to be putting in dedicated servers.
Yeah,
But this was like
connection is
new.
not the issue that I was having though. It's the issue was me and you here are like level 2 people getting stuck with people who are max rank, and they're just beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, like
that was my issue.
Sentis that never get hit.
Yeah.
Let me delete some stuff and I'll queue it up. It's like 50 gigabytes though, so
God damn.
yeah, I need to delete some stuff.
Okay. So, as you Kachiga the lock on this, as you Kachiga the lock on it, the flame
Sorry, Twitch.
the flame turns from a blue color to a green color.
Okay, I'm gonna
And-
go back over to the script.
Hold on, I'm still going through what happens, and
Fuck.
you can actually see that the around the room the script is actually starting to light up, and they're moving across like around the room almost as if it was like some sort of ancient contraption. And like this, the walls are literally like spinning back and forth to make some sort of script,
Mm-hmm.
and it is in both Elvish and Dwarvish.
Okay. I'm gonna set toward deciphering the Elfish parts.
Okay.
And I will do the same with the dwarven.
Okay. The Elven part comes after the Dwarven part.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the dwarven. What's it say?
I send it to you.
Gah, Russell. Kah. Dude, I can't read. The Lion Star foretells plenty. White Defender will be forgotten. The Black Harbinger will burn. Castle of the Plain, people of the city will be trouble. The Griffin God foretells sorrow. Snake Star foretells sorrow and again.
Do me a
time of
favor,
war.
copy paste this into the general chat and then I'll post my bit.
In general chat on Discord?
Yes.
Alright, so what's your part say?
In the city of the west, a prophet was sent. The griffin of the man of the kingdom will restore the village. The griffin of the people of the north will revive the dark harbinger. The dog goddess called tells war. The peaceful prophet will fall. In the empire of the west, the man of the north will crumble. Yeah, there was that bird. Somebody was really hungry when they were writing this, maybe because they got trapped down here. That's just my theory.
You're not gonna take the time to carve in ah. No, it's more about ah.
I mean, they must have been really hungry to have written that out. Oh. That was a reference.
Yeah, you get it now.
I don't know what it's from, but it's familiar.
Monty Python.
Yeah, I remember now. Shut up, Zach.
Alright, so what does that say to us? What does that tell us, Jake? Decipher.
That's for you guys to decide.
The
What it
fuck
means.
it is.
Meanwhile, there's me, where like I understand that this is a prophecy, and we're just going to make of it what we want. Do you think that the man in the north is trembling because he's so hungry?
No, but I'm actually interested. I'm actually interested.
The Dark Harbinger. Okay, listen, I'm gonna pick this apart. Okay.
Okay.
The Lion Star foretells plenty. He's foretelling plenty of food, like cornucopias of food.
Oh,
The
hell
White
yeah.
Defender, who is the defender of the food, will be forgotten, and the Black Harbinger will burn. The Black Harbinger is the man who took the food. In the Castle of the Plain, this is the people who grow like the wheat and stuff, and like your wholesale crops. People of the city will be troubled because they're not gonna have wheat or anything anymore. So how are they gonna make their fucking their food as well as their business? The Griffin God foretells sorrow. The Griffin God is basically the god of the harvest and strength of the harvest, right? And the Snake Star foretells sorrow. But nobody really trusts the Snake Star because the snake is always eating their food anyway. A time of war will follow because people are so hungry that they're fighting over scraps. In the city of the west, a prophet will ascend. This is some guy who's just going to come up and be like, I have food. And through faith, we will gain food. And the griffin of the man of the kingdom will restore the village. And the griffin, so he's going to restore the village, right? So they're going to get some food. The griffin of the people of the north will revive the dark harbingers. So the griffin of the people in the north see this happening. They're like, wait, they're getting food? Fuck this. So they revive the dark harbinger. The dog goddess foretells war. And the dog goddess is kind of like a neutral bystander. And she sees all this stuff happening, right? The peaceful prophet will fall because the dark harbinger is going to kill him and take the food. And in the empire of the west, the man of the north will tremble. Well, I guess if it's the people of the north will revive the dark harbinger, he's trembling because he's so hungry and he's so excited that he's going to have food again.
Fuck.
And then there's that burp at the end. I swear to God, Jake, if you actually didn't know what you were going to do with this and you just based it off of everything that I just said, I'll actually quit.
No, but there's a reason for everything here. Maybe, maybe not.
I'm just saying.
But I'm actually interested to hear your guys' actual thoughts on that.
I don't know what to think of it yet.
Yeah, I kind of dig what he does.
Try again later. Come back in 2 hours.
Come back in 9 years. Okay. So,
If you knock on my box, there's not going to be an answer.
so what happens next is after you guys successfully read this prophecy, the lantern becomes detached from the podium. Like it releases its grip.
Okay.
Lips that grip.
Trying to tell me something. Understand?
So I mean that means you can take your fucking lantern back.
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
What kind of food are you selling?
What?
What?
Your favorite color?
Wait. Stop, okay? So he said that, right, Zach? He said, what kind of food are you selling, right?
Chicken.
Shut up. The old man wants the troll, because the troll will secure him food.
Chicken.
And that's the thing, is...
Dude, it has everything to do with chicken.
Right now,
Chicken is the
he
key.
He said that he didn't want any chicken right now.
Yeah.
Well, now, because he has chicken, as soon as he's gonna need that troll to get him food.
Shut up.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on. So you can take your lantern back.
I take it.
Okay.
No, I don't want any chicken right now.
And so as soon as you take it, the wall begins to sort of spiral around itself, and it coils itself back in how do I explain this?
Weird coded.
It coils itself backwards, right? And eventually you can see that the tunnel is there again.
Ah.
And before you realize anything has changed, you guys are back in your walking order, and Dara is right behind you, and she's still excited at the fact that there was just an earthquake.
Wait, what?
Dara is behind. Yeah, Dara is between you two.
Okay, so it's as if time didn't even move for her.
Right.
Let's continue down the cave.
Okay.
Right?
So you make your way through the cave. Nothing eventful actually happens, and you're outside. And it's getting pretty late. You guys have been walking for quite a while, and after that just happened, you're a little bit tired. So, and you as you're walking a little bit more, the sun's starting to set a little bit, and you come across a small little crick.
What? A small little what?
Crick.
Creek?
Yep.
Why
We're
creek?
from Pennsylvania.
start with me.
Just don't ask. That's what it's called here.
What?
You don't know that?
No.
Pennsylvanians called creeks cricks.
Why?
Don't know.
Okay, whatever.
We live, me and
Oh, a holler.
no, we call it hollow. But me
Okay,
and Dylan live
that's
next
what we
to.
can talk about. It's a holler.
Well, me and Dylan live next. Well, not next to, but near. Well, Dylan actually lives real close to it.
I live right on Wolf Creek.
Crick. But yeah.
Well, no, whenever I refer to the actual name of it, I say Wolf Creek.
Yeah, but whenever you say
When I'm
Slippery Rock
talking-
Creek, you say Slippery Rock Creek, right?
No. But when I'm referring to the creek, just by itself, I say creek.
Okay. Anyways. That's what we call it here. So you see a little creek of water flowing.
Thank you. Interesting. Which way does it flow?
It is flowing towards the south and east.
Southeast.
Yep. It's small enough that you can just sort of like step over it.
Oh, so it's like a. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay.
Hear that? Yours, Chick?
What?
I was asking if you heard it.
No, I did not.
Yeah, we're just going to continue following the creek.
Okay. So you're gonna follow the creek and not the path?
I don't know. Do you want to follow the creek or the path there, Dolan?
Don't care.
We'll continue down the path, right?
Okay. Dara hops on over as well. And you guys walk for a little bit more and you guys find like a suitable place to set up camp.
Okay. I guess start setting up camp again?
Yep. It's been a bit. It's been a few weeks. And you're getting pretty close to Vanderhill.
Okay.
You'll probably hit Vanderhill within the next day, which is the next big town. Would you just like me to skip ahead until then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, time progresses and you guys eventually start walking once again. Your mule is following short behind and you come to this it's a pretty big town. It's built on top of a hill and you got some guards at the front gate.
Hola.
They do stop you, and they say, what is your business here?
Ah, just passing through.
No trades or anything?
No.
Alright. And the other guard marks it down inside of his, this little book that he has. He says, it's a roster for everyone who passes through. We are a trade city. We have to keep track of everything.
Ah, I see.
So what brings you through here? He starts making small talk with you. His job is boring.
Tell him where we're headed. That we're just through.
Alright, well, have a good stay and stay away from the rat wharfs.
What's wrong with the rat?
Well, there's a
Gaven?
little sickness going around, and rumor has it that they're the spreaders of it. Nasty things.
Ugh. We'll try and keep our distance.
Very well. Stay safe. And they sort of let you pass.
Okay.
Alright, so welcome to Vanderhill, the largest trade city in the Elven Empire. A little bit of backstory about this place is that Vanderhill is known for not producing anything on its own. It's literally just a trade point for a whole bunch of traders to come and whatnot. A lot of the people here just have like constant exports and imports. So maybe you can find something useful while you're here.
Yeah, let's look around, see what all we got.
Okay. So the first thing that you come across that's actually of any interest that isn't food and other various things, Dara went off exploring. She's probably looking for jewelry or something that Hamakichi would know. And you come across this sort of like oddity shop.
Let's head in there. What's in there?
Okay. So you walk on in there, and it's an older guy, not as old as the last dude that you talked to, but he's really
Is he
old.
a gnome?
He's not a gnome. No,
Okay.
gnomes don't exist.
Oh.
Only the halfling is the closest thing that you're gonna get to a gnome. Anyways, you walk in and you see all kinds of different baubles and whatnot. Both of you roll perception for me. As your 5. Ouch. Okay. So, you walk in and this older fellow comes over to you. He's wearing a little hat on his head and he's like, "Welcome, what can I get you for you guys?"
Suck my dick.
No, Dylan, no.
Yes, dude, yes.
We can't go down this path again.
You missed it, Zach. That did some stupid little fucking improv one shot for Jake, and he woke up in a town as an elf barbarian, and he stole like everything from somebody's house. Went into the tavern and started asking people if they wanted to fucking buy his junk, and he rolled a D100 and just happened to fucking fail my DC and found the guy that he stole it from, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll buy your stuff. Let me see it."
Oh no.
And then he was like, "Wait a minute, this is my stuff." So then he was like, "You're gonna fucking buy it." And then he persuaded me and he was like, "I will not." And then he was like,
You're going to buy it or else.
and fucking won his intimidation check. He's like, "Fine." He's like, "What do you want for it?" He's like, "Give me everything that you have." And so he took everything off, including his underwear. So, and then Jake promptly put it on top of his head. And I made him roll Constitution saving throw, and he passed that. And I said, "Well, this pair of underwear is exceptionally stained and smells absolutely horrendous, but you somehow stomach it." So then I had a barmaid come over and she's like, "Sir, you need to leave. You can't be in here dressed like that." So what did Jake do? He turned around and gutted the fucking barmaid. This bad lads. So her guts spilled onto the floor, and then he did some sort of spinning attack maneuver where he lopped off like 7 people's heads. And then there was some dwarf in the back of the room who was like, "Oh my god, look at the latte go!" And he was like really entertained. So then I went to the dwarf and he was like, "Who's in charge here?" And he was like, "I don't know." So he kicked the dwarf in the balls. He was like, "Oh, my Susies." And then he headbutted Jake in the balls. And then he was like, "Who's in charge here?" He's like, "I don't know." And then he fucking chopped the dwarf's head off. And then he was like, "Who's in charge?" And nobody answered. And he's like, "Who's in charge? You're all dead." And they're like, "The elder." And so like somebody went and go get him, and then he comes back with 2 guards. And he's like, "Who are you?" And Jake just goes, "Suck my dick." And then he's like, "I will not." And he failed his persuasion. And so then he sicked the guards on him. He killed both the guards, and he's like, "Suck my dick." So he did. And then I made Jake roll perception, and he didn't notice anything. So I said, "Okay, now roll a D100." And he's like, "You feel a sharp pain." And I made him roll another D100. He's like, "He bit your fucking balls off." And at this point, he had 2 hit points left, and I made him roll for damage, and he took 7 points of damage, and he died. And then he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm a god, so I respawn." So then he went back inside and made the village elder finish the job. And then he bit his balls off again because he failed his perception roll again.
Why?
And then after that, he just cut his head off. And then skull fucked him.
And that's
I
that's
know.
that's the end of that's the end of that story. Anyways, so this guy walks over to you guys. He's like, "Welcome, welcome. What can I get you? What are you looking for? Anything specific?"
Suck my dick. No, I'm kidding.
Nothing specific. Specific. Just kind of looking around, you know?
All right. Well, if you find anything that interests you, let me know.
Zach, if I re-download this, you're gonna play with me, right?
I will.
Because I'm not downloading 40 gigabytes just to delete it. Just say.
Okay.
So you guys gonna look around?
Yeah.
Okay. You see a sheath.
Jeez.
A sheath, like a scabbard or whatever it's called.
Okay.
It looks like it belongs to some sort of very long blade. Definitely of Frenny origin, as in like katana-like.
I
But
asked him about it.
it's a little bit longer. He's like, "Oh, that? I threw that blade out a while ago. It was definitely cursed, and I didn't need that in my shop."
Cursed, how so?
Well, 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 let's just say it's one of the 17 aughts.
Question mark.
Roll for me history. Both of you can do that.
I'll help him.
Okay, you know the aughts are legendary blades, but there's a lot of rumor and speculation about them, to the point in which they're extremely ancient. Okay, let me start over. These blades are extremely ancient. They were forged by extremely powerful people, all different kinds of people, but there are only 17 blades in existence that are as high quality as these blades are. They never deteriorate for some reason, and they are supposedly, quote, cursed, but that's up for interpretation.
Yeah. So you threw it out.
I did.
Where?
I don't really know. I don't remember.
Don't remember. But Shimmer. I cannot believe that you would throw that out.
Why? It was not good luck for me. Nobody would buy it
Yeah.
either. Everyone would think it's
I
cursed.
would have.
Well, I've had it for 13 years and nobody bought it from me.
At that point, I kind of chime in and I'm just like, well, I mean, you are an oddity store.
Well, if I'm gonna have something for 13 years, it better be damn well worth it, and it wasn't.
What?
So you guys know the song Africa?
Yep. Toto.
Yeah. So that's been a meme around now because it's African History Month, so everybody's been making a meme out of it. Because, you know, all the Dindus are like, we was kings and shit. So it's this picture of this product is called Friendship Lamp. The Friendship Lamp. When you touch your friends, they light up no matter how far away they are. So it shows me smacking the rhythm to Africa by Toto at 3 a.m. My friends, please God, stop. I need to fucking sleep.
Okay, so you guys are still in this oddity shop. There's a scabbard to this ancient blade.
That the dumb shit threw away, and he doesn't know where he threw it away at. You 100% sure you don't know where you tossed it?
I know. I don't know. I can't remember.
Ah, such a shame. Ah, what else do you have?
Okay. Here's a bit of comedy for you. Okay. As you're rummaging through some of the junk he has, most of it's junk, some of it's actually kind of cool. You find a sword.
Okay. What's up with the sword?
The dude fucking flips out. It is the sword to the sheath, and he's like fucking, like, get that thing out of here, get that away from me right now.
Ah, will do. I take it.
Well, at this point, someone from the back comes out, and it's this more plump lady. She's got curly red hair, and she's like, "What's going on in here?"
Is she a dwarf?
No,
Okay.
What is she?
she's a human.
Never mind. That's gonna be a no from me, dog.
You only into elves?
Yeah.
What about other frogs?
Depends.
That's more Gamakichi. Actually, no, Gamakichi's heart is still broken, so...
Oh, okay.
It depends, but it's mainly elves.
Okay. So, the main dude, the older dude, says they found the sword. It came back, and she's kind of like worried at this point. She sees the sword and she's like, "You can't go anywhere with that.
Why not?
It's cursed. I won't let you take it."
I'm trying to save you.
That
Trying to
doesn't
help
matter.
you, madam.
I would rather have that burden upon myself than give it to anybody else.
No, no, it is no burden at all, madam. Please, I insist. Allow me to help you.
You'll have to prove yourself with the sword or something first.
I'm going to chime in,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm going to roll persuasion. I'm going to tell this lady, ma'am, this weapon is clearly something that is of our culture. We would very much like to retrieve it. If it is indeed cursed, we can take it to the proper people. 9, 13.
She says, "I'm telling you, I cannot let you take this blade. It is cursed beyond belief.
Allow me to prove myself to you, madam.
If you can."
What would you have me do?
I don't know, you're the swordsman.
Well, I mean, I really don't want you to have to follow me into battle or something like that. That would be
I
ridiculous.
take the sword out of Gamakichi's hands, and I ready myself.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
Doing there, tadpole.
No.
Is there an open enough space?
Yeah.
And I look at the lady. Would you have me display my proficiency with weapons of these kinds?
I
Fine.
can show her my character sheet if she'd like to see.
And what does she say?
She says fine.
Okay, so with my training, which I don't think I should have to roll for since I am trained with these weapons,
But I have one condition for that.
which is
You have to test the curse of it.
and what is that?
Throw it in the air. Directly above your head and stay still.
Oh, fuck.
I
How am I
simply,
getting you? No.
I
Allow
simply,
me.
I simply do so.
I'm gonna give Gamakichi a reaction.
I'm not gonna use it.
You're gonna let him just fucking...
Toss the sword into the air? Yeah.
Okay, so he throws it up into the air. Well, and it hits the ceiling.
Bing.
It just falls back onto the ground. It's not a big place, but I mean, like, there's an open area to swing it.
I mean, that's just what she told me to do.
Go outside.
That's what she told me to do.
Okay, so she says she face palms and she's just like, take it outside. And I would rather have him. He's the older one.
Yes, little brother, allow me. I'd take the sword. Get outside. I fucking chuck that shit into the air.
Like straight above you.
Yeah, like fucking just toss the shit out of it.
Okay. So you throw it straight up into the air, and it spins around a few times, and as it comes back down, it sort of rolls off of your arm, and the way it rolls, like the blunt side of the blade, it just rolls around your arm, and it falls onto the ground. And this lady is like, she has her hands up to her mouth, and she's like, oh my god. You can take it.
Much obliged. Now take the sword.
Okay. You should examine it. Cough, cough.
Nah, I'm good. Just a sword.
Okay.
No, I'll examine it.
Okay, so you look at this blade, and you see etched into the very bottom of the handle of it, it says Red Lion.
Like the grocery store, Food Lion?
What?
That's probably a Kentucky thing. Just
It is.
Yeah, Red Lion.
Okay.
And I put a picture of it in the Discord.
Nani? Oh, dude, that's dope as shit. I've got me a sword now. Is there anything special about it attack-wise, or same as regular?
You'll find out.
Okay.
ripperoni and pepes.
Okay. So, what are you guys gonna do?
I want to go back into the oddity shop.
Okay.
Is there anything else in here?
Nothing really useful to you, in particular.
Alright, anything useful for Hamakiji there?
You find a strapping bra.
Oh, what?
A bra.
Hamakiji, have you any need of such an item?
It's plated, by the way.
Perhaps a gift to a friend? Hey, wink, wink.
Yeah. No.
How much for that?
For the bra?
Sort of
Is that what you're asking
Yeah.
for? Okay.
Yep.
She says, well, that's a good question. And then the guy butts in. He's like, 10.
I'll take it!
Okay, it's yours.
I now have a bra. It's
do.
like no fucking money left.
Man, I just want to play some Neo. Come on.
What, do you want to end?
No, fucking. It's not loading.
Oh.
Whatever. I give up. Sat on the loading screen for like a good 10 minutes.
So are you guys gonna do anything else now? It's still pretty early in the day.
Yeah, search the rest of the town.
Okay. You search the rest of the town. There's a lot of stuff here. There's all kinds of different shops. Pretty much anything that you can imagine. From spice shops that sell exquisite and only and extremely rare spices.
Can I go buy some incense?
You can actually if you really want
inside
to.
of my sword, so it does more damage.
I mean, if you want to buy incense, you can, but it's not going to do that.
Is it gonna get all the ladies all hot and bothered?
It's going to get them all fucking holding their nose because a skunk just entered town.
I'm gonna look around for some ladies of the night.
Some prostitutes? What?
Ladies of the night.
What does that
I
even mean?
said. I said,
I don't know what that means.
yeah, put first.
Okay. Walking through the town a little bit, you come to the darker side of town. And, yeah, you find a group of ladies.
Excuse me, ladies.
One of them is a half-orc, one of them is an elf, one of them is a dwarf, and one of them is a human.
I look at the dwarf and the elf.
The dwarf has beautiful ginger hair. And the elf has long blonde hair.
Okay. How are you, fine lady?
The lady dwarf, pipes up and she's like, "We're doing just fine, how about you?"
I'm doing pretty good so far today. Might I ask, what you guys are doing out here?
We're just looking for some fun. The rest of the girls start to
okay.
giggle.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what kind of fun might you be looking at?
I'm sure I could show you.
I'm sure it costs something too, don't it?
It would.
How much?
Well, you're a little cutie, so I'm gonna say 20. For
I
a...
just walk away.
Oh, okay.
Don't even say anything. I just walk away. Yep, can't afford that.
Okay. So now where are you going? Hamakichi, you got any requests?
Um,
I'm gonna go look around for a fucking job so I can get some broke as shit.
Okay, give me one more second because I closed the tab that gives me things that I need.
Random generated jobs.
No, ones that I have written. Okay. So you come across it's just a single poster along as you're walking along the streets, looking for some sort of work, and it just says Monster Slay. That's it.
Says Monster Slay.
Yep. And it actually tells you to go to a nearby inn. I don't have a name for it, sorry.
Okay, I guess. Go to the nearby inn.
Okay. So you walk into the inn, and you see you see a couple of goblins jumping up and down on the tables.
Are they having a good time?
They're having a real good time. One of the smaller goblins actually gets up on the table as if he's like gonna start jumping up and down too, and the taller goblin just fucking wails out like at his head with a fucking mug and knocks him the fuck out.
Goddamn.
They all start laughing at the fact that he just fucking knocked a little guy out.
Okay. Rip. Alrighty. Looking around for whoever gave the had the quest.
It was one of the goblins.
Well, I pipe up and ask.
What do you want?
Do that again?
What?
Could you do that again?
What do you want?
Oh god.
Oh, old Dylan just left. I think he got pissed off
Why?
because of my voice.
Oh god. There he is.
Welcome back.
What's up there, Dolan?
So, what do you say?
Hear about the job.
Oh yeah, Big Boss Linhardt's gotta go down.
Big boss what?
Linhardt.
Okay, you said it was a monster.
Yeah, well, you're looking at one.
Okay. Alrighty. So what kind of monster?
Well, it's my brother, so...
Another goblin?
Yeah, Linhardt.
The goblin.
Uh-huh.
Why do you want him dead?
Well... I don't know. But I'll pay you.
Don't know why you want him dead.
No.
You just want him dead.
Yeah.
How much are you paying?
Well... I've got...
He starts rummaging through his pockets, and he pulls out a toenail. He pulls out a paper clip, and he pulls out a diamond.
Well, this is all I really got on me, if this works for you.
Any idea how much the diamond is worth?
Roll insight. At least 100.
Please?
At least.
Alrighty. Sure, where's he at?
He's down in the Rat Wharf.
Never mind.
Is that a no?
Don't want to get sick.
Alright then.
He starts chugging at his mug of ale.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go back and search for another.
Okay.
Amakichi, what are you doing?
Nothing. Why?
Would you like to do anything, Hamakichi?
No.
Okay. So, you're looking for another job, right?
Yep.
Roll for me investigation. What'd you roll? Oh, you crit, but it's
did.
-2.
I did.
Alrighty. You hear rumors of...
Out.
I'm speaking, you fuck. You start hearing rumors about this elven maid, maid. She's like the maid of like one of the churches in Vander Hill, and she
Okay.
says that she wants basically, they say that she wants company of some people who want to help her investigate some of these bizarre monsters that have recently started wandering the nearby Silverwood Forest.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Okay, so you go to the church, and there's a lady there. She's sweeping the floor inside the chapel hall right now.
Okay. I asked her about the job.
Oh, well, if you would like to go down to Silverwood Forest, I would love to come with you, and I would like to see the Ailworts that are down there.
The what?
The Ailworts. They're migratory creatures that... Well, I would love to show you if you will take me there.
Okay.
What's the pay?
Yeah, what's the reward?
She reaches into her pouch, and she pulls it out, and she says, well, whatever I have left in here is yours. It's sizable. She starts counting through it. A moment or two passes, she says, 50 is all I can muster right now.
Fair enough. Just taking you to the woods. Look at
Okay. So, she gets real giddy. She's like, awesome, I can't wait for this. Please, just give me a few moments. Can we go right now?
allow me to go get my brother.
I'm already here.
Oh, you're with me? Okay. Sure. What do you think, Hamakichi?
Works for me.
Okay, so she walks down the stairs into the Undercroft, and she goes and gets some items. She brings a backpack, and she comes out up and out, and she says, "Are we ready?" All right. Lead the way.
And we head on.
Okay. So, as you walk for a while, you eventually make your way outside of the city and into the Silverwood Forest. This forest actually turns into a forest that is further down south. I have a name for it, but I don't have it right now, so I could get it if you give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
It is called the... it's called the White Forest, because of the ash that spreads there from the Burning Mountains to the west.
Okay.
And that's sort of close proximity. But it eventually turns into that far more down towards the south. And you guys start walking through the forest, and she starts tiptoeing extremely quietly.
I guess we will do the same.
Okay. So she starts peering out, like, out of every tree that she sees, and let me see if she finds one. She does. Okay. So she looks back at you guys, and she, like, puts her finger up to her lips as if she's saying, like, be quiet. She points over to this beast, and it almost looks like a really, really big warthog. It is fucking massive. It's about the size of a boulder, like a really big boulder.
Oh, damn.
And it's got these huge tusks on it. And she leans over to you guys and she says, "We're looking for the pregnant ones. That's the bull. The pregnant ones are the ones who have recently had children."
Then they wouldn't be pregnant anymore, would they?
Well, you know what she means. Like, recently mothers or currently pregnant.
Okay.
And she continues to walk through, and she whispers over to you guys, and she says, excuse me. She says, "You see, the pregnant ones will usually stay around the bull for protection, so there's got to be someone around here." And so she starts walking forward, and she sees a like, basically a turd of white stuff on the ground.
Oh, gross.
And she picks it up and she smells it.
Nani?
And she takes a bite of it.
Nani?
And she sort of lets out this, like, sort of moan, like, this is really tasty.
Oh, no.
Okay. So as you guys,
What is that?
it's from the ale ward. Try some.
I'm good.
Fine. She continues to snack on it.
Why?
And as she walks forward and she's, like, still being super quiet, she sees another ale ward, and this one has recently had children, and there's a couple little baby ones too, and it's still fucking massive. It's still huge, and the next thing you notice is that it has, like, basically tits, right? And basically has every every other step it takes. Every once in a while, it, like, leaves a log of this white stuff out of its tit.
Oh, no. I don't know.
And she leans over to you.
Turn away, don't look.
And she turns over to you guys and she says, "You see, when the aleworts are born, they have extremely sharp teeth. And because of this, the mother alewort, to protect their udders, if you will, create cheese inside of their udders, inside of their tit, and they leave it on the ground for the babes to eat."
I dry heave.
"The cheese is quite great. You should try some." "Well, I must thank you for both for taking me here. We can go back whenever. This is all I wanted to see."
Yep, let's go. Hamakichi, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you even hear what happened that time?
Yep.
Okay. So, let me see what happens on your way back. Nothing. Impressive. Okay. So, you guys make your way back to the town, and she is super excited. She thanks you guys. She says, "Thank you so much for doing this for me. It means a lot to me. Nobody's been able to take me out into the woods, and I always fear going by myself for the monstrosities that are out there, or even if the bull would have saw me. But thank you. And she gives you her entire coin purse.
Okay. How much money is that?
That's 54.
54.
54 ruts, yeah.
Okay. Wow. I have 69.
Okay. So, you feel the earth begin to tremble once again as you guys are walking through town.
That. Amakiji? Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of freaked out about what's happening. It continues to rumble.
Let's find shelter.
Okay. As soon as you start running to the nearest place where you could actually enter a building, the rumbling of the ground ceases.
Huh. I asked whoever's in this building with us if they know what the hell that was.
It's an older elven lady, but she's still older, half elf, and she says, "I don't really know. I've been living here for about 200 years, and that's never happened."
And
It's strange, but I hope it doesn't mean anything. Alrighty, do you boyos want to end it there?
yep.
Alrighty. Then that will be all that she wrote for today.